and I'm rolling recording.
Oh god, my sound waves are very blocky. Hold on, let me fiddle with my mic arm a little bit. Make
Oh,
some
no.
squeaky noises. Anyway, hi, welcome to Star Wars. Okay, we rolled Destiny, all that stuff. You guys relate what you spent your experience on?
I
Let's
got
jump into it.
lethal blow. It was like lethal. I always forget the name of it.
Lethal blows.
Lethal blow.
Yeah.
I got lethal blows 4, and I
Jesus.
have
Jesus
terrain 2.
Christ.
I have 2 trees that had 2 things of lethal blows, so I just
I know
have. That's all of
that's
it.
fair. Like when I pick up.
No,
more...
that happens. I'm just like, man, that's a lot. Okay. Do I have to give more NPCs? Is it durable? There's
Yes.
a talent that like there's a reverse
sure.
lethal blows. I think it's
I
durable.
think it means if I ever actually hit
Whoops!
and crit of the best CAD, it's like plus 70 or something.
Yeah, I may definitely need to remember to give some NPC profiles a couple ranks of the durable.
Some bad guy just has, here's my secret talent that lets me add plus 100 to crits.
You mean negative 100?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a thing of.
Okay, I'll go next. I got the signature ability for Jedi.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Peerless interception.
Just double ooh.
Well, yeah, we don't see a lot of signature ability. Use.
And it's actually
I have a
one that can be used more often. The other ones are just like, well, is this situation?
I mean, all of
just
them
right?
are really, really strong.
Yeah,
They're all really, really good. You guys
Yeah,
are just
so-
babies about EXP.
yeah.
I
Some
don't
of
know.
them are like, I know some signature abilities are more situational.
Yeah.
Yes.
I haven't really found much of a chance to use mine.
Other ones are just like, all those minion groups, they're dead.
Oh,
Yeah, I
Jesus.
believe that's the hired gun one is
Yeah.
just
And I think
mini groups. They die.
I think one of the upgrades for that one also gets rid of rivals.
Yeah, you can upgrade it to also eliminate a rival.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I'll go. I forgot to spend XP, so I'm still banking it.
You could just spend it now.
I mean, you can do it right now
I could.
So what would
if you
you
forgot to buy something.
I mean, I've forgotten. I just made my choice right now.
Shit.
Well, what did you do?
I bought Force Rating 5.
All right, fair enough.
Good.
You were debating that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Good. That means you're Pierce 5 on everything now, or at
Yes.
least unarmed stuff,
Yes.
brawl
Damn.
stuff.
Yes.
That is interesting to note. I feel less bad about certain decisions which may have been made in the NPC design. Now,
Huh.
That's how it be.
It's gonna be a pain for me now. Okay.
Loth is still thinking about it. I mean, you also have
Okay.
a pretty decent Pierce rate.
I'm gonna
Don't
buff up Knowledge Warfare from 3 to 5, despite it not being a class skill still. So that's
You could have just get the next tree first.
All right, that's still. All right, that's a lot of EXP.
yeah, 55 XP. I think
25.
Yeah, you're at 3, right? So 4 is
20 plus 5 because it's
Yeah.
not a class
yeah.
skill.
So that would be 25, and then
25
'cause it
plus
would be
5.
30.
Yeah, 55. So I'm down
Yes,
to
55 total.
Whoops,
Damn.
Jose, you got stuck in the door.
That's all. Damn. Like.
Anyway, all right,
not a tree.
cool. So, hey, I mean, high level skills get expensive. It's still 25 raw, even if it's a career skill to get.
I have the weird thing
5.
where like I don't need to get any of my brain skills up past 3 because 5 agility and then terrain upgrades it twice. So
Well, that's only if you have maneuver upping opportunities to trigger.
Yeah.
You know.
and to be fair, I've been rolling quite a lot of Knowledge Warfare recently, so might
Yeah.
as well.
Well, you are the only person who has bothered to put points in it, and it's not a career skill. So,
Yeah.
what are the rest of you doing with your lives and your lack of knowledge skills?
I
reaching the end of my trees.
Actually being useful.
I mean, yes, but there are those moments when I'm like, does anybody have knowledge? Blah blah blah. And everybody just kind of stands there and looks at each other and goes,
Has that as a career skill at all? I don't know.
It's just like, is this
Armaa's
gonna be
like,
on the
wait,
test?
I made a thing for this. Hold
I
on.
literally did.
Yeah.
Oh wait, I'm
Wait
also
a
gonna
moment.
buff up. Speaking of that, sorry, I'm also gonna get Xenology up to 3.
Okay.
That is a class skill for you, right? Because you're a medic.
Yes, so that costs only 15
So
XP.
warfare and that.
All right.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
this
then-
episode is still brought to you by our patrons like Adam DeHarp, Ahako Comics, Architect Titan, Blackest G, Carlos, Quad, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Kylie Denton, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Regent Raptor, Rogue Robin, Shiny Peace, I'm Guy named Bob, Soto's on over 2 for 723, and Zach Reed. If you like to do much more consider on Patreon, you get access to episodes early and stuff like that. Okay.
Thank you.
It is time to do the stuff. All right, so I figure we talked a little about okay, like what our next steps are and stuff. I figure we can actually boil down scenes to some pretty key beats on account of the fact that if I let you guys draw with NPCs for too long, we'll be here for like 5 hours again when we really don't need to be.
Valid.
So technically the first thing, though this will take a little while to set up, is excuse me. Sorry, I just but we're gonna step number 1. We got to handle Bryn because you want to pay for him to be surgically healed.
Yes.
So, this is very simple. Nobody has to roll anything for it. You just have to pony up the money. Though you can, if you want to do an optional roll, we can work on that out. But just some combination of people need to pay out 5K credits for the surgery team, which basically means you guys are gonna assemble the A team of surgeons on Soheliv, right? You're gonna throw around enough credits that you can get the 5 best surgeons on this whole planet together.
Say 5K.
Yes.
I can.
cover part of it.
No, I'm paying.
And let me finish, because that's explicitly without materials. And you're gonna actually need to drop 1K for the actual materials, new prosthetics and medical implements.
I'll actually this Loth. I'll cover 3K. You cover the other.
No, I'm paying for all of it.
Okay.
All
He has a
right.
lot of cash he's not using. Okay. All right, that's the simple version. There could have been some rolls of some stuff to like negotiate, military surgeons onto the team, or if Boots really wanted a Dr. Blackjacket, I could have had him roll some medicine checks to do it himself. But it's also if you're okay with just dropping 6K credits, we can just do that.
Oh, we just stuck some duct tape to his spine. It's fine.
That
All
would
right,
cost
that's
like
handled.
nothing.
Cool. So, I think the next thing is then you guys are actually going to leave with the treasure, basically, since you've got it reorganized.
Yeah.
So I assume you guys are gonna you're gonna airlift this at least part of the way. Are you just gonna haul it back to Old Dog and put it in Sierra Mobile?
Yep.
Yeah.
Actually, that's a good question. Let me check how much encumbrance capacity that has. It's pretty good, but I should double check. 'Cause it'll be better than just loading it in multiple LATs for. Just want to double check the stuff. Scrolling. Yeah, max encumbrance capacity is 200. That'll be fine.
Mm-hmm. Oh,
But
but
you can do so. So there's, the requisite goodbyes from Clifftop House because you have to haul this stuff back to Old Dog where your ride is parked.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like I said, this part we can probably breeze over. If you have anything specific you want to say to anybody, we can cover that now. Otherwise, it's, handshakes, hearty goodbyes.
Yep. Clapping people on the back. Wink, nudges.
Yeah.
Promises of good times later.
Yeah. Armanda makes sure to say, Miss Aramaa, Mr. Camo, you're welcome back anytime.
Yeah.
He gives it a side glance at Boots and says, you can bring the funny one too. Maybe, offers to show Wevu some natural pools so she can try swimming without, diving through canyon rivers, dirty canyon water.
Crack a joke, Dan. Let us know if you need any more bungee cables tested. Boots would gladly volunteer. Yeah, no.
All right, so the actual going home part isn't that complex. You've got pilots, you can drive back. However, you guys are going to make some stops along the way because
Yes.
this is your plane.
Yes.
So, let's make sure to pull up Mapples.
Maybe I should get some fucking... What was it? I saw it in the gear list earlier.
All right, hold on, everybody. I'm loading my map image. Leave it. Boop, boop. Hoppa. Okay, so if I remember correctly, based on your image, is you're trying to do kind of a sorry, not quite purely diagonal sweep, but we're doing the southeasterly route from Old Dog, looping around the Badlands down to Lorcall, then across to Big Hills, then Outpost, then more Iridu through Outpost Soheliv, right?
Yes.
Okay. We're going to count Old Dog as already taken care of.
Booyah.
You literally had a town meeting there, therefore your train plan.
True.
Okay, I'm just wondering. Outpost Soheliv. Nah, there's 4 parts. So, basically, I need you to make me a series of 4 negotiation checks, 1 at each stop. These are only average.
Righto.
People are not necessarily against this, especially if you can swing your funding. And technically, you could probably get some boost dice for this if you had, like, pre-liquidated the cash, but that would require you to go all the way back to the base or more Iridu, sell it off, calculate your budget, and then come back. So I assume you don't want to do that part?
No.
Okay,
Let's
so
assume
just make your negotiation check with whatever you have. In order, Lorcal, Big Hills, Soheliv, more Iridu, and for that second one, for the Big Hills one, go ahead and add a boost die because you guys are local heroes there.
Oh, we are? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it was Big Hills. That was like Adventure 1.
That's true.
Yeah.
You guys saved them from a bandit raid.
That's true.
Yeah.
Okay.
You haven't been back in a couple of months, but they still remember you.
We come bearing gifts of industry and
Yeah,
transportation.
I think it's been about 3 or 4 months, yeah.
Infrastructure.
Yeah, all right. So I'm going to start off with lore call here.
Mhm.
Rolling. Oh,
All right, you're fine.
okay.
It's already
Okay.
paying off.
Okay. Well, fuck.
I guess 4. You want to have like 5 success. 4
Hang on. I gotta think. Let's go 6-6 just because I like. Wait, no. Oh shit, I still have 1 left over. Fucking
6-7.
Wait, no. No, 6-7. Yeah. Wait, no.
Okay.
My brain. 4.
Wait,
if I split it up 4 and 4, it becomes.
5-8.
Yeah. No. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. I'll split it 6-2. So it'll be 7 success to 6 advantage.
Okay. All right. Okay, so in Lorcal, you're not necessarily like super popular or anything there. You guys didn't really do a lot directly for them, but you're able to roll up from Old Dog and be like, "Hey, you guys have an experience with transient population and all that stuff. Wouldn't you like a transportation lifeline to either end of the continent?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure.
Cool.
Sounds
If
nice.
you can fund it, they will gladly put in a station and, accept the rail line."
Do I have any? Hang on. Let me see if there's any like negotiation or fun things for fucking advantage. If this is how shit might be. Just
Yeah.
saying. Just saying.
So what I'm seeing here is that basically we're doing the monorail skip, but legit.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. So yeah, you've guaranteed the line, and honestly, like I said, with that much level of success, this is a pretty universal. Like everybody in town loves this idea, and honestly, you could probably. I'm just wondering how to scale it. Like you could probably get. What do you usually get for like a 3 advantage or something? Because you could probably get them to basically start spreading word immediately, and it already be in the next town by the time you get there for some more
Can
boost dice or
I?
something.
I know they're not. I know they're not. Roll it in here, but could I maybe use some of that advantage to maybe convince them to put in some of their own money for?
Yes. Okay, that's probably worth a good 3-er.
Yeah. It's like I'm not
Yeah,
gonna pay
that
off the
makes
whole.
sense,
They're not gonna pay off the
there
whole
will
thing,
be-
but
But
There
they
will
can make
be
a connection.
there will be at least 2 more checks at the end of this railroad, which is you have to liquidate the treasure, and then you have to have a budgetary meeting, basically.
so basically turn this into a blue for that fucking budgetary
Yes,
money.
you can turn it into a blue in the next town because they'll spread the word, and a blue in the budgetary meeting.
Okay, that's good. I think those are good spins.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so you can now make the Next check for big hills with 2 extra boost die because word has already hit big hills by the time you arrive, and they like you there.
All right, cool. So I will add 2 more blues. Big checks, big checks. Not as powerful, but it's enough. I probably want to stick just both those light points into success. And I would like to take the 3 or 4. They will also start gathering funds for the station.
They will do their own fundraising basically.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
that, I think the way that works is basically they're like, you manage to convince them to be like, hey, this will get in easier and faster if you guys build the station, right?
Yeah.
We'll just take care of the track and the trains.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right. So I've got that in my note down. So even though they like you better in big hills, this is
change.
For some reason this doesn't go over as well. And with Lorcal, I've talked about this before. You guys remember way back.
Mm-hmm.
Lorcal, it's actually like a raised tree city, right? Like they live up in the tree camps, and have solid structures in some very old groves. A lot of their people are inherently transient or nomadic.
Mm-hmm.
They will like go to other settlements. They will go into the Badlands and come back. So the idea of having more mobility appeals to them on a cultural level. Big Hills is just a singular farming town. Yes, they have a lot of rich natural resources. Yes, they produce in-demand things, but they're kind of a simple, hardworking folk. And I believe, if I remember rightly from the notes, they're drawn from a background of like Naboo and some other mid-rim worlds. So they're kind of like aesthetically like, I don't know about all this like heavy industrial train stuff. But you manage to get them over enough, and you convince enough of the right people, enough of the big landowners to be like, hey, guys, this means you can export your crops in bulk on the cheap, right?
Yeah.
So this will probably not be as much of a cultural touchstone as like the Lorcal station will be, but you do get this managed to pull out.
Sweet. All right, and then...
Okay, so yeah, this is for Outpost Soheliv. This is to convince the science staff to be like, hey, we're building a big civilian railway. Do you guys want to be part of this? Because it's really easy and simple. We're going to have to build a line from that town to this town anyway. You're on the way.
Yeah. 1 blue, still 1 advantage, and then 5 force points. Thank you, Force. You make me pretty.
Hey, science team, do you want to easily go to the city on the cheap?
Yeah, basically. Like, do you guys want to be able to go to more Iridu easier?
More Iridu?
And bring people from there easier and resources.
Oh yeah, so I'm gonna make this a 4/6 and use those 3. Oh, actually, I don't think I have. Oh, actually, wait. I'm at the last stop. I don't need to.
No.
The what?
There's 1 more. Remember, you got to go to more Iridu and convince.
Oh, more Iridu than budgetary meeting. Yeah, so
Yes.
I would like to do the double, get the 6 advantage. So yeah, 4 success, 6 advantage, and get the blue for the budgetary meeting and the blue for word is spread.
Isn't there like 1 point remaining?
Oh yeah, no, I actually got to go to more Iridu. And then I
meant like 1 force point because you're only using 5.
I'm using.
No, he said 5. You went 5 success.
He said 4.
I said. Oh, I did say 4. Yeah,
Okay,
so 5
well,
success.
You got
6
1 more
advantage.
point. Okay, 5 success. All right. So again, judging by your success level, there's not a super lot of scientific staff left, right?
Mm.
Like half the administrators are army officers or clones, right?
Mhm.
Like at this point.
Yeah.
But you managed to get enough pull with the scientists. You're pretty well liked. You may even briefly have a little like powwow with some of the archaeology team. Like, hey, were you guys gonna figure out that polar vault thing? Foreshadowing. But you're able to convince them to be like, no, guys, seriously, like, why are you always taking speeder trucks or taxis to the population center? We can just put a fucking line right through here. And they're like, oh yeah, I mean, I guess the terrain around here is very flat and open. That'd be pretty easy.
Yeah.
We just didn't think about spending the money or have the stops. And you're like, I got like 3 cities on the far side of the continent who are ready to line up. So yeah, you're able to basically convince everyone. Director Wawa Bon is very much like, oh yes, progress.
I fucking forgot his name.
You forgot about
That's why I
Director
said it.
Wawa Bon?
Oh my
Wawa Bon.
That's why I said
no.
it. Okay, so roll your more Iridu check.
All right, so 2 blues. Oh wait, no. Well, yeah.
And actually, hold on. I'm trying to think. You have a very special relationship with More Iridu. Yeah. I don't know how helpful it'll be, but basically take a free upgrade, roll an extra green die in there.
Oh, okay.
You guys have a very extensive network of contacts, holdings, and stuff in that town. I figure that's better than a free boost dice for they like you. Like, no, literally, you know a lot of people in this town. You've done a lot of business here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hey.
Nice.
Oh, damn, a triumph.
Yeah.
You can probably spin that triumph into a free upgrade on your budgetary meeting as well.
I will totally do that. Again, well, fuck. Well, spin 3. Moriarty was like, get the politicians all like, yes, this is a great idea. I'm glad I thought of it.
Yeah.
Oh
no, the mayor loves this. He's gonna be able to put. He's gonna run his next campaign on this, connecting Soheliv.
Yes, it's our own manifest destiny. 5 to 6. I don't.
Jeez, you don't even hardly need to put any force points in those successes. Jeez.
So that's what I'm trying to think is what I want to spend fucking 4. So
Could you how much advantage could you use to boost your budgetary meeting?
Well, I'm only gonna do it once.
Boost and an upgrade. I don't know how much. You should really only
Okay.
be rolling like 5 boost dice at once, which I think
Fair.
Aramaa gets anyway.
At this
Fair
point, yeah, I think I'm getting 3
Are
boosts.
there any other like prospective meetings, qualities, adjustments you guys wanted to make? Aramaa, did you goof up a stimulus package roll earlier?
Yeah, I did. Basically because after the whole thing when we found out that people were misappropriating funds, everyone wanted to basically, hey, I want to get mine, and basically everything grown to a cup of hot as we have to literally go back and basically
Paper trail
reassess
everything.
Okay. I can definitely say with at least as much advantage you have left. You can probably also, on account of the fact that you have to have a budgetary meeting for this anyway, you can probably get your, at least on the more Iridu end, you can get your stimulus plan reorganized now.
All
like
right.
they have to rewrite the budget anyway. You can probably get that shit untangled as well.
All right,
as a side effect.
Yeah, let's just do that. No, that's fine. I'll just leave it at that.
So now's a very important role.
Mhm.
You need to actually get your starting cash by liquidating the treasure.
Yes.
I figure there's probably 2 skill checks which may be appropriate for this, and I will probably set the difficulty based on who you want to hit up. Because you know some people around town.
I do.
This will either be a negotiation or a streetwise check.
I will definitely go for negotiation.
All right, so you want to do negotiation. And who is your, like, fixer's not really the right word, but like,
Fence?
how do you want to handle this process?
Well,
You have some contacts. Lopak knows a lot of people. You know the smuggler known as Red, who also has a lot of contacts with I was going to say overseas, but with other planetary shipping and stuff. Buying, as a smuggler, she has a lot of buying and selling contacts and can easily put you in touch with people off planet who are interested
yes, overspace.
in purchases. You could also look for other outlets, like more Iridu. I mean, all of Soheliv is basically a giant frontier town in space, because that's how space operas work. There is absolutely got to be like a first Soheliv bank or a clearinghouse or something, who can alternate between being friendly, helpful people and also being that weird villainous organization that's gonna foreclose on Pa's farm. They would be better suited to a negotiation check, but there's no pre-existing relationship there, so that might be harder. What sort of a thing do you want to do? If you have a specific NPC in mind or a certain group, other people feel free to offer suggestions as well if you have any ideas.
Let's see. Well,
My idea was low pack, and that was already.
it's not necessarily shut down. It's just, but Lopak is gonna send us to probably another guy,
Yeah.
and
He's
And as I said, we will
Okay.
have the lovely advantage of being introduced by Lopok and, one of Lopok's friends, so that might be good. But again, we don't know who actually we might be talking to. Same with Red.
Yeah.
Red seems on the up and up. She does, but again, her contacts might not be the most savory types either. So, and honestly, probably going actually to the bank and just saying this means, like, yes, we probably have to deal with more red tape and whatnot, but that means everything's at least above board and things are less likely to slip through the crack.
Right.
Because that's the... I don't want to say
We
necessarily...
don't want to. Oh, sorry, you go.
We don't, like, as I said, like, Aramaa has said she's not particularly against smuggling as long as it's not, like, dangerous goods, but doesn't necessarily want to start this budget meeting by saying, hey, check out all this, like, fucking money I got from selling goods to smugglers and whatnot.
Yeah.
I mean, you'd phrase it differently.
Yeah, but it's the principle of it, I guess.
I actually just realized something I was gonna. It didn't matter because we did those checks in pretty repetition. I remember now. I was originally gonna be like, oh, you can use whatever skill check you feel is right for your speech. But I think just hitting negotiation over and over again worked.
Well, yeah,
You probably would have picked that anyway.
or charm.
That or leadership. Listen to my inspiring speech about unity, industry, capitalism.
So
Progress.
honestly, yeah, let's actually use the first Soheliv bank.
Okay, all right. So that makes calculating the check pretty easy.
Mhm.
It's not gonna be fun
No.
because I'm gonna count this as basically the equivalent of you're trying to offload something that's rarity 10. So please make me a formidable negotiation check.
I will.
You may modify that in any way in any way you choose.
That will be.
I think it's Destiny Trials here.
Destiny. So that's gonna be.
And I will say, even if you fail, you will probably get a price for it. It just depending on like how threatening that failure is, you may not get the price you want for it.
5BV. Can I squeeze anything else out of this? I don't think so.
Because like if nothing else, there's literal raw credits in this stockpile.
Was
that
there
you can
anything
just put
from
in an account.
the?
Ooh.
I think you're.
Okay,
I think
that
I
worked
made
out
it.
pretty well.
I think I made it.
can get 3-3, honestly.
negate the,
Yeah, let's go with
threat.
3-3.
Okay, all right. 3 success, 3 advantage. So that will amplify your profit margins. So you're able to like go to the auction house and be like, "Hey, we've got some goods we seized in a criminal action. We want to liquidate it and set it up in a trust account for governmental purposes." And they're like, "Okay, that's a little outside of our scope." Once they, get an appraiser to look at it, but they're like, "We can work with this. Hold on." You guys probably wait in their lobby a couple of hours. You're served Soheliv calf.
Mm-hmm.
And listen to space elevator music while somebody feverishly crunches numbers on their abacus.
The Hollow Abacus.
This just in, from Republic space, battles are going wild in the inner rim. Thankfully, Republic forces are going at it with extreme gusto. Analysts have predicted that in the near future, we will see a major shifting turn in the battle.
Omega. I knew.
I don't think that was recorded because Omega just fucking exploded.
Oh, did he?
Lucky
Yeah.
then. I apparently Control R is not redo. It's
Oh no.
Oh jeez.
so I Discord decided to reload
Oh no.
because I accidentally controlled Z the wrong thing. That's okay. I heard your elevator music and then I was gone for a little bit.
Oh, but unluckily gave us a news broadcast.
Sorry,
Yeah,
I've
I
been
caught the first half of that before I
exploded.
rebooted. Yeah, I reset.
Listen, I've been playing a lot of Cyberpunk where elevators are just punctuated by fucking news.
That's
I
fair.
mean, where else would they put it? Because no one else is gonna watch a screen for more than 5 seconds sometimes.
I mean, screens and radios are everywhere, also. But yes, they're just elevators are filled with ads. Anyway, so like you're saying, that amplifies your profit margin a little bit.
Mhm.
So let's see. Oops. Okay, so I mean, the exact value doesn't necessarily matter,
Mhm.
but and especially we're talking on something that overall will probably cost in the millions of credits.
Mm-hmm.
But you get a decent like 30% over your rough estimation of the price, so it's about 230K. value nest egg basically to get started and be like, listen, we have a down payment right now. And I will reiterate, this is what you're working with for your budgetary meeting.
Mhm.
You have a wide variety of budgetary supports. Basically, every city you've gone to will volunteer their own funds to actually build stations, rail yards, whatever.
Mhm.
And your free upgrade is probably relating to let's see, that was rolled in the
More Iridu, right? If I remember right.
yeah, that was
Yeah.
rolled right here.
So
in
that's
More
what
Iridu.
political
Probably-
support.
Yeah, that's basically like you're going to your budget meeting in More Iridu. The it's not the real capital, but it's the center of civilization.
What is the real
So
capital of Iridu?
you've Outpost Soheliv is technically the governmental center,
Oh.
but it's as established, it's functionally a lot of governing gets done out of More Iridu, and a lot of cultural norms are set there.
Mhm.
But if there's an actual governmental authority, technically other than the like 3 Jedi generals here, the highest ranking officials on Soheliv is like the director, who fulfills gubernatorial roles.
Mhm.
Because this was all set up originally as a Republic science outpost, and then people were like, "Hey, we can build here." They turned it into a colony.
Mhm.
But you've got enough political support from the actual political powerhouses in More Iridu that they're definitely willing to back you up on this, and maybe cut some sly tax budgeting deals, etc.
Yeah.
So I would like you to make me a negotiation check. This will be, let's see, it's a good. Nah, let's say it's a 4. I was thinking between 3 or 4, so it's a daunting negotiation check. But you get all those modifiers already, plus your usual kit and caboodle.
Could I take a black to get Cliff Opthouse finder's fee from this? Cause that is specifically what Harley said. Like if she got some sort of finder's fee, she wanted to.
You don't have to take a black for that.
Okay.
That'll just be like a quality of your success or advantage.
All right. Well, also
Or possibly threat. You may end up technically owing a finder's fee from your own personal credits if you really garble this up. But
so
we'll see
to
what
hope that I don't garble this up, I will spend another light side point. We are now at a solid
enough.
4/4. That gives me 4
Yay.
yellows, 4 purples, 5 boosts, and 5 force points. Jesus.
Mhm.
And an
And
advantage.
your free range.
And my free advantage. All right, here we go. That's a big check.
It's a lot of dice. Ooh, yeah, no, that turned out pretty good.
Yeah, let's make it. I like even numbers, so let's make it 5/5 in a triumph.
All right. So, yes, you're able to shave off. Actually, how big you want to go there? You've got. With your negotiation check to sell, you've basically got 15% extra
Mm-hmm.
over the top. Like, how much of a percentage cut are you gonna slide Clifftop House and Harley? I think a finder's fee is usually like between 5 and 10%.
Fuck that. What?
But if you wanted to be generous, you could go as high as the 15% extra you made.
Group thoughts. Like I said, like honestly,
Sorry.
if I remember correctly, I think honestly, if we do, I think I could probably maybe spend this to cut us a slice of this too. Personally,
I don't know if we need that, but that's up to you.
You could always need credits, my dude, even if you don't
Fair
know to
enough.
spend them on immediately.
I
Yeah.
mean, like you guys have been loaned from the Republic a cruiser.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I have 27 credits right now, so yeah.
Lucky, do you remember off the top of your head how much retrofitted hangar bays costs?
I think it's like.
Is it 5K per sill?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right,
Okay.
never mind then.
Yeah.
Sure.
And
Like I said-
Argotens is what, sill 5, 6?
Like personally, I'm okay with. I mean, I like Armanda and Harley. I really do. So I'm okay with basically. Since it seems like I've done pretty fucking well on this check, and it seems like I'm assuming that because I got the stimulus thing worked out here, that I might be able to wrangle some more funding. So I'm okay with giving, like, since we made 15% over, to just shuttling that up to Clifftop Pass with, a message that says, with love from Harley.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Okay.
They helped a lot during that those journeys up there.
Yeah. But that's still 5 success, 5 advantage, and a triumph.
All right. I think guaranteeing your finder's fee can probably be two advantage.
All right, that leaves 3.
If you
What was
don't mind
that,
me
like 5 total
asking,
success?
you said it was 15%, right?
Yeah.
If you really feel like you still want some funds, we could give them 10% and take 5% ourselves.
Nah. Like I said, like, the 15% extra was just good fortune, I guess is the best way to say it.
Yeah. And I mean, I will say this: the value of that 15% is around 30K.
Yeah.
Which will be more than enough to cover any of the refurbishment and reorganization plans that Armanda has in the near future.
Mhm.
How much do business upgrades cost? It's only like 5 or 10K per, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Some of them are as low as like 2K. Yeah, no.
That'd cover for like.
That's
the
a
rest of
very
the-
great nest egg to like get up there. That'll cover, her special license costs. Even improved security, all that stuff. Like, yeah, no, that's a good level. You could cut into that and still have it be useful, but
Nah, I don't want to do that.
it's not.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Just
All
a
right,
thought, but yeah.
So,
if
anyway,
people really wanted
with
money.
your raw 5 success, this is a negotiation check. This means you get a lot of what you want, basically.
Yeah.
You talk with Republic officials, government officials. You get on the Hollow conference call. The
You also could
Legion
probably-
of Doom table with all the mayors and stuff, right?
You could probably leverage how there is still undiscovered possibilities to like ancient like terraforming or like Jedi relics. So there's actually a reason to actually like.
Oh, I'm not gonna
Or
push
could
that
be-
point because they're not necessarily gonna be interested in that. Remember,
Yeah.
Fair enough. The point
uh,
is more of saying like. there's a
but
reason
as I
to stay
said,
here
like
now.
as we can say, Soheliv is slowly upticking in, and actually in luxuries with spice, gems, and alcohol.
It also is increasing its strategic value
Yes.
as you go on.
Oh yeah. Also,
as
we
this
we
becomes-
and we even have co-opted the fucking refinery up in
Yes, you are like in a couple of years, Soheliv will probably have a decent cottage industry in pharmaceuticals because there's God knows how many types of unique and exotic plant life on this planet.
We already
that can
got
be
a
turned
back
into
to
stuff.
facility under the Republic name, like.
Yeah.
So yeah, no. So
And that's on a different continent, so your train line doesn't help with that, but it's promoting the like things people could go to Soheliv for and take off it. So
Yes.
It's almost like, it makes me think of like those series where it's like the Sarcotic, like
What?
empires, but like, or maybe like that kind of area of the world.
What is sarcotic? Sarcotic.
Narcotic.
Narcotic. Oh, my bad.
Like that part of the world where it's a lot of like exotic plant life and like very specific stuff used to make.
I mean,
like,
yeah,
very-
Soheliv is a jungle, so there's definitely
Yeah.
a
a lot of
look
like
at
that kind of like infrastructure and stuff.
Dude, have you tried smoking a lantern fruit? Ah, shit will set you on fire. Literally.
No, no.
Got a little bit of
Lantern
that
fruits are
spice.
just spicy.
But-
But yeah, so like there's a lot of things here that can be valued. Like hooking up to Lorcal will definitely make science easier because you've got a major study point. It's a major artifact site in the center of the Badlands,
Mhm.
right?
Yep.
That you discovered, but also you're really expediting, like there's a lot of, you could import heavy metals from the fire canyons down to more Iridu for industrial expansion. You could import laborers back and forth.
I mean, it's not
it will
gonna
help your
become-
commuter plan for funding.
They can eventually make ocean platforms.
Well, I mean, like the sky's the limit. It's just the thing about Outer Rim Planet is no one ever invests the fucking infrastructure to get them off the fucking ground.
No, the Outer Rim usually develops very slowly, based proportionally on the resources and influx.
Mm-hmm.
So,
And Aramaa has...
Tatooine is a sandy dirtball place, which is mostly run by criminals and rando villages because it's an awful desert shitheel planet with angry natives that nobody cares about. But it's on a major trade route, so...
It's mostly just all ports.
Soheliv is not on a major trade route, but it is discussed in the background that it is at the apex of several hyperspace routes into this local star cluster. So it had strategic value when you started, and you have continued to grow its strategic value because you are continuing to not be moved by your enemies, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So it's got a lot of potential there. But you're basically, like I said, you're able to get significant influxes of what you want. They approve the budgeting with your starting cash for building a repulsor railway.
Yay!
It will be an elevated design so that it can avoid disrupting too much of the underlying canopy and water tables. This would technically make the structure more vulnerable to attack if that came up. But it's the only way to do it without clearing out shitloads of land and foliage in front of it, right?
Well, I do think we kind of want to maybe like hype up the tourism aspect too, so clear cutting a bunch of area too. I mean, shit.
It would take way longer if you had to clear out everything to make it fit.
Well, yeah, and that's I think part of your success plan is to be like, no, guys, don't understand. We're not going to clear any of this land. We're just going to stick posts and run the rail lines and the repulsors that way. You need to worry about the foliage or any of the animals and stuff.
Be quite scenic.
You know, all of the towns will supply the appropriate space. They'll figure it out on their own for, which probably cuts a decent chunk. That's why you got those boost dice. Probably cuts a decent chunk of the overhead cost off because they're going to be responsible for building and maintaining their own stations, etc. They just have to follow a schedule. You guys probably have to. It would be quote unquote nationalized because it would still be government backed and owned, but you probably have to like spin off a corporation or some kind of department or bureaucracy to manage this.
A rail company,
or we just might honestly we might just form a department of transportation.
Yeah, it's something like that, right? Like you need to create a new governmental department or spin off a publicly backed corporation or something because you'll need somebody to manage standardizing schedules, rails, etc.
Yeah.
You'll have to buy a couple of repulsor trains. That's not hard. You just have to wait for them to be shipped in. And let's see. And do you actually want to try and get some cash splashback for yourselves?
Yeah, I'm kind of broke.
Okay. Let's see. You have, I think, about 3 advantage left over, right, after you did your spending on cutting the finder's fee?
Yes.
Okay. Then I will say probably through a combination of government kickbacks, licensing fees, and other just processes of the bureaucracy, you can probably, let's see, 3 advantage. As a group, you guys can probably... We'll say that we'll use the 15% number again for 5% per advantage. You guys can probably kick back another group total of 30K yourself.
Okay.
Which you guys can divide up however you like.
Well, I'm always a proponent of dividing
through
usually.
basically a combination of like I said, licensing fees.
Here's the question then: who's got what in their
stamps,
coffers
etc.
right now?
The what?
Loth, how much money do you have right now?
Okay.
Because I was thinking
After-
what you were suggesting. I was just curious if because it work if like don't have the least money, it's more.
I've got 19K after that surgery.
Okay, then yeah, we could probably just take the 5K. They take the 10.
Yeah. Jedi Meds get 10.
Yeah.
Clones get 5. Is that
Yeah,
agreeable?
I don't need that much
Sure.
money, so like.
I mean, if the clones are suggesting it, I was just gonna split it evenly, but okay. I'm not gonna say no to more money.
Okay then.
Okay then.
All right.
So I
Yep.
will take kickback 10k. Sweet. Wevu gets 10k, and then both the clone mins get 5k.
No, okay, so 18.2k.
Cool. I'm
Alright.
at 11k now. Woo!
I think it's mainly because Axe and I got pretty lucky with that card game
And
tournament.
we don't really need more. We don't need
Didn't
a big share of
Wevu
it.
win?
Wevu won, but left in an earlier round.
Ah, yes.
You guys stuck to the end just for the hell of it, and both won pretty big.
Yes.
Okay, so you figured out your splits and stuff?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
Sorry, I
fucking
stepped away. I had to
32K,
turn on my
holy
ceiling
shit.
fan. Your circulation was a little rough. Okay, so I will say that overall, this plan, right,
Mhm.
will take months, if not years, to implement. Like, we probably will not see this come to fruition in the context of this campaign. But it is started. They will work on it. More plot hooks may come up with that. And generally, once the budget is all signed, and this probably takes you another couple of days after you already probably spent like 2 or 3 days driving back.
Mhm.
But this adds probably another couple of days. By the way, everybody heal any wounds you and strain you have if you've still got them.
I'm good.
You've had enough rest time. But they're gonna focus first on basically proof of concept. We're gonna run a line from More Iridu to the Science Outpost first. And then if that works, we're gonna start the extension of the line.
Mhm.
And depending on how that process works, they may also be able to, because you guys are planning on infusing some separately, you have already pre-planned to infuse some money into the Efiana region and Old Dog in particular. Because, and I figure since you already made all the checks for the meeting, I'm not gonna make you roll more checks for your Canyon airbase. It's just like, hey, I got a land lease. We can put an airbase in this area. It's actually kind of important. The enemy is probably still out there, and they're like, okay,
That's great.
that's a military meeting. And while there are Grand Army of the Republic budget meetings, for some reason they always end with you getting more money. Weird. It's like there's some kind of conspiracy or something to keep the war going. I'm not kidding, by the way. There are actually several episodes of the Clone Wars animated
Yes.
series that are about clone army budget meetings, and they all end up with spending more money.
Yes.
It's like we basically develop everything more, so it's a better industry when we take it over, essentially.
just like,
So
oh,
yeah, no.
here's some...
The airbase bid is free. I also don't want to. You're a Jedi Knight. You have another Jedi Knight on your side. I don't think any of the service corps guys are going to argue with you about being like, hey, what if you guys could get out of here and go out in the field again and teach and help people? They're like, cool.
That sounds
Cool
great.
beans. You mean I don't have to be stuck in an underground can made of rock? Neat.
You mean to get to go outside and socialize with people again?
So yeah, I think we can already say all your plans for the Fire Canyon area are probably already solidified. If the process of like making the More Iridu to Outpost Soheliv line works out pretty good, that probably means that maybe some of that money you've already sent that way can get turned into starting it from the other end, since Old Dog does have a little bit of heavy industry.
Mhm.
They may get started because that'll be the longest singular section of line.
Mhm.
And there may even be, small settlements not on the map that are between those 2 points. But we'll figure out feature creep when it happens, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, unfortunately,
So-
I said we might have to do some land purchases, movings. Who knows? We'll find out.
Well, and that is all guaranteed in your long-term budget plan. So
Yeah.
I think, again, with the level of success you've got, you've basically gotten your majority of your thing. And I don't think actually I should ask you, because you got some success. You got a little bit of flicks of this. Is Aramaa angling for I want this done right now, spare no expense, or are you aiming for not bankrupting Soheliv and basically being like, no, here's my 5-year plan?
No, not bankrupting.
Okay.
Slow
Because
and
you
steady.
actually probably could get this done a lot faster because you have such an advanced negotiating position, but that would cause future problems.
Yeah.
No.
You don't want to cripple the economy. You want to boost it.
Well, actually,
Okay,
and that's
a
what
5-year plan with expansion, and even in the budget, there's like lines for expansion to forks. There's an official, is it like siding? There's an official term for like a fork off a railroad, like a sub network, but that's in there. Probably future expansion plans to go to a double track, so you can have trains run in 2 directions. Because right now, probably how it's going to start by working is basically a loop. It's going to like shoot all the way to one end and then shoot back.
Yep.
But over the 5-year plan, that'll expand to 2 directions, and have some side areas, et cetera, et cetera. Probably even like earmark money to actually like build some rail yards, either in like more Iridu or Old Dog or something, so you can build Soheliv can build its own repulsor trains, etc.
Build, maintain, all that good stuff.
All right. So, do you guys have any more questions or thoughts you want to get out about the Great Soheliv Railway Plan?
What was the Triumph spent on?
That is a good question. Do you
Actually,
do you have any other interesting particular goals you want to get out of the way? Because like we said, as a result of your earlier check, you did, because they have to redo the budget.
I know. I would like to put a triumphant to expedite the fucking Old Dog spaceport or at least port plan.
Okay, yeah,
yes.
all right, that works too. You can do a classic political move. You can attach a writer, get a line item, and be like, and also I'd like you to in my chartering the Soheliv Department of Transportation, I would also like you to do this.
Yeah, basically.
That's fair enough. Okay, yeah.
Because basically, the sooner we get that landing / spaceport open, the sooner we can start shuttling supplies back and forth without,
Right.
problems.
All right, so that will definitely mean that once they get the test rail line done, which might actually occur in this campaign, to the start rail between Mort Iridu and Outpost Soheliv, because that's not actually that far. I think it's we said it's like a couple hours flight.
Yeah.
Your clones have walked or rode that route in about a day. In a particular incident we don't like to speak of, but they did.
I was about to bring that back up, actually.
So that is probably something that can be done like maximum in the next 6 months. Once that's in and they're like, okay, the technology is good, our rails are good, we know everything works. Because like all forms of civil engineering, there's a little bit of like testing, experimentation, etc. So once they've worked that out, then yes, probably they can. During that time, they can also set up the skyport at Old Dog, and that will then dovetail into, okay, now we can start building the rail line from here, because we've got a long way to go.
Well, and it'll also help expedite the building of the Air Force and the Mission House Community Center.
I mean, yeah, basically, like, no, a Triumph is good for that. That lets you just, like, tuck in a little, like, also, I want all of this, and everybody's just like, well, shit, you're providing us with a bucket full of money. You have these, signed statements from all these mayors or corporate boards or whatever, whatever the governing bodies of the various townships are, that they're behind this 100% and are already also have budgeted out exactly what they need for a station. I guess we can just work this out. So yeah, you got a lot of wiggle room.
Yeah,
All right,
perfect.
cool.
Nice.
Okay. That took us about an hour of raw audio time,
I don't think that's that bad.
as planned.
Yeah.
So I think I want to take a quick intermission, so I'm going to pause the audio. I'm going to go pee.
Okay.
And then we'll get back, and I will brief you guys on Enter the Polar Vault, because I think that's what we're going to do next.
Probably.
Okay.
If you have any more minor interludes, item crafting, other stuff you want to get out of the way, go ahead and think about that while I'm gone.
All right.
Okay.
All right, and the audio is paused. I'll be right back.
The recording still goes, though.
Thinking on it, I have a thing I could probably try working on the armor again, but because I have the tools now where I at least get a minimum success and advantage.
Well, we've
And an upgrade.
been on the road for days. If you want to say, hey, I was work since
We're
I'm
just
not.
kind of waiting for the meetings to happen, yeah.
I don't think there's anything particularly wrong with that.
Yeah, I just gotta find the crafting time again, because I think I have a thing for it. 'cause
Yep.
the only problem is I
Look.
have to get like parts for it again.
You crafty boys have fun. I'm going to be reading.
I should really start buying some knowledges, but the Force is great, y'all.
That's fair. I also think if any of
I'm-
them were class trained besides Outer Rim, I probably would have gotten more of them. But I like my trees a lot.
I'm probably gonna
yes.
get Underworld, but yeah, later.
Yeah, I was thinking about it too. Honestly, I should be putting points into.
Lore.
Axe worried about getting out of class skills. Meanwhile, I've dumped 5 points into an out of class skill.
I have like 2
I mean,
points in
couldn't you just got
class
officer first and
skill,
got all of it for cheaper?
planetary.
Well, yeah, but then he becomes an officer.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Responsibility.
Remember, you being a specialization is more than just mechanics on paper.
Fair enough. It's
Yeah.
just in Camo's case, it wasn't hard because it was all within what he's already doing. So I guess
And
I might be easy.
And I feel with the idea of like originally Boots was like, oh, I want to give my hand at this despite not having the aptitude for it. And so right now for me it just kind of tracks to continue down that path.
No, you're
Yeah.
just salty that a bunch of old men fucking in a mine town kicked your ass in board game.
Look, that's actually the real reason, but we don't need to say that out loud. Like,
Hilarious.
no one needs to know that.
The video version knows it.
Yeah, the video, but oh shit, that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
That's great.
Oh, my controller died. Son of a bitch.
Damn.
Outwardly, Boots is like, I want to protect everyone. Inwardly, I don't want to lose at the jog again.
Actually, interestingly enough, I have enough to
Whoa. Girl, do you
We
have
got some
tape on your nips? You do. Where do I get tape on
Ah,
my nips?
yes. Lucky has found a thing in Cyberpunk. So you just came across someone walking around with pasties, I'm guessing?
Not even pasties. Just looks like fucking crossed electrical tape over the nips.
Jeez.
That has to hurt to pull off.
Oh, hey, Omega, you came back at a good time, I reckon.
I have these things I want to try to get.
Do you have
if I cover
anything
myself.
cool? I have the muscle immunity. Do I have the Bura or the Grad or the Saratoga?
Okay, so why did I put this in a different section?
Who knows?
Past me, why did you do this?
That's a question.
Oh, there we go. Okay.
Oh,
That
there
makes
we go.
sense.
That's why we
Hi.
can't hear him. Hi.
I had it clicked off. I have like double redundancy for the audio recording. Hi, I'm back. Okay.
Woo!
Everybody look at all their stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see
I was
Steve's got
looking
good
at,
stuff. Okay.
Or I've tried to spend working on crafting to at least try the augmented armor once or twice.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like I said, Aramaa's meetings have probably taken 2 or 3 days anyway.
Yep.
Mm.
That's what I said.
So you got some free time to kill. That's why I said everybody should just probably heal everything and all strain.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I'm gonna unpause my audio and get back to it. So, does anybody in particular want to go first on just the stuff they're doing in downtime while you're setting up all your meetings and doing stuff?
I think I have. Yeah, I have one more try of the fucking neural interface thing, and I kind of want to try it again because this one I have is encumbrance 1, and that annoys me. I want it to be
Fair enough.
lighter, but like I said, I don't want to. Like I said, I just got money back, and I still want to remake my gourd and alchemical pack, but I might do that on the fucking trip to the polar vault because I'm assuming that's way the fuck away. Assuming.
Yes, you will at the very least be going up into the Arctic Circle.
But
So,
I have one more try of this neural interface. Not neural interface. Whatever the fuck it is. Neural charm. I'm going to give it a quick whirl. Because I always buy in multiples just in case I fail. I know I used one for Wevu. But I think I have one left over from that. So it's going to be a discipline check. I'm going to use my sweet ass gourd. I love my sweet ass gourd. It's great. It's a spiritual item, I guess.
Yep.
Shoot, now I can actually remember what the difficulty was. I would like to get mighty again. Holocron, I really wish you had the fucking bookmark tabs on the side. I really, really do. Okay, you're page 56.
Yeah. It's not have books.
Neural Charm, there it is. Daunting, that's what it was. Daunting Discipline.
Yep.
So, roll. Yeah. Puh. Then a buh.
It's gonna be.
Nope, never mind. Wait, actually, hang on.
Yeah, you're not supposed to spend force pips as success, right?
No, I'm not. But
you got 4s, so
I got advantage, so I will do blueprint. I'll make a
Okay.
blueprint for the neural charm. So whenever I have to spend a fuck ton of money on this again, I can do it better. But that's me. That's all I got for right now.
Isn't that only 3? Can you recoup some of the costs too, or does that require?
No, it's
yeah.
4. It's 4. It's 4 advantage for a blueprint.
4 for a blueprint.
Yes.
Which is
Oh,
weird.
yeah, it
It's
is, yeah.
like 3. Okay. All right. So basically, as we figured, you don't actually build it this time. You just take a look at yours. You cycle through the components, and while you don't have the materials on hand left over to actually build one of these, because it's very complex and mystical and stuff, you are able to basically like create a formula or a plan or a blueprint, like it says, to actually like be ready to make more of these.
Oh, I already had a. Oh wait, I'm dumb. I had a blueprint for a neural charm already.
Oh,
Damn.
okay. Then you can roll that again with 1 less difficulty. Then actually,
Yeah.
just redo your check because you should have had one less.
Because I was about to add it to the list, and it says right there neural charm. I was like, oh.
I'm trying to remember. Does it say you can stack multiple blueprints because you can decrease the total,
You only can make
or
it
is it
once.
just by 1?
It says to a minimum of simple.
Oh yeah, so I guess you could keep making it every time you do a check. It's just like you do it once per check.
I mean,
Yes, you can only do it once per check. But yeah, that may be an idea that you can keep improving your blueprints.
yeah. Honestly, if that's the case, I'm fine with just letting that ride and just decrease the difficulty again instead of rolling again. If you're okay with that,
Okay, yeah. I mean, if you don't want to try again, we can
Yeah.
just keep the error and be
I'll
like,
just keep the error.
you realized you had plans after you built it and are like, well, shit. At least I learned something.
Yeah.
So you've further developed your plans on the neural charm. You'll have to acquire more materials.
Mhm.
You may or may not be able to do that in the shopping trip.
Mhm.
Because I know that Camo there has some stuff. He
Yeah,
doesn't have
we're-
anything. He's just reading. But Camo has a couple of items he wants to pick up.
I've noticed that
And Marth wants
depends
to
if,
acquire a
like,
ciclet.
there's a timing thing of before or after getting the objects, because I might need to actually buy parts for making augmentive armor.
Well, I mean,
Because I have customizable parts for stuff to make it
The-
customizable, but that's something else. Or
yes,
segmented, I mean.
because buying raw materials, it has been a little bit since we did this, but buying raw materials has its own set rarity and is per item. So, where is... That's right, this thing is organized so friggin' alien.
Alien.
You have
Alien.
facilities after crafting, but before how you make money to pay for crafting. It is absolutely not how I would have organized this.
Yeah.
Like, okay, combat first, good plan. After that, immediately money. Those are the 2 most important things to every RPG group. Hitting stuff, making money.
Most of the time, yes.
Okay, so armor craft. Top, it is. So you've got components for customizable armor right now, right?
And segmented.
And segmented. You want some more components for what?
I want to try augmentive.
Okay.
I need parts for that. So if I don't have it yet, I better give it a shot. I want to try the segmented once because I don't get enough time to do that. Because how long it takes. So I also, because I actually have the material for it in my inventory.
All right. Well, actually, this is a good point since you guys are acquiring things, not crafting things right now. Do you have several days to work because of Arama's stuff,
Mhm.
but before actually getting new stuff, do you want to wait until you have your briefing on what you're doing in order to like know what stuff you're acquiring?
I
So
mean,
you shop less?
Aramaa's broke until the fucking budget meeting's over, so I'm fine with waiting.
Yeah,
fair
like because it's like the things I listed there were like one would help, but
Okay.
I'm fine.
Aramaa's just a poor
trying to-
monk.
All right. So, Camo, if you want to roll any attempts to build your segmented or customizable armor, because you already have those parts, we can get those out of the way.
Yeah, let's just do
Otherwise,
that.
you can just wait until Aramaa is free.
I'm gonna do the customizable first because
Okay.
if that doesn't work out, I'm probably gonna use it to make it doing the segmented easier.
All right, fair enough. I mean, that
Because
only
I have
takes
I have
you,
I
what
have
is
a
it, 16
schematic
hours?
for
Yeah.
customizable, so it's only actually it's an easy check.
Okay. All right, go for it.
And I have the custom toolkit, and I also have the specialist armoring kit.
Yes, because you're back at
Which-
base. You have
Actually,
all your stuff.
How much
Which
does
I
my
made,
portable
so-
kit weigh?
That means I get a boost, and then it's that one, and then I get a success and advantage.
My gourd is E3.
Nice.
And my portable alchemy kit is E2. That's what it was. Okay. Yeah,
Alright,
hold on,
I don't need to
look
make
this
a schematic, but in this case, I want to. It also says bore base encumbrance, which is annoying. I guess if you reduce it to 3, it makes it technically weighs 0 when you wear it.
Yeah.
All right.
Because yeah, remember this is something that, since I have been looking at Genesis lately for stuff, this is something that Genesis does make way simpler. Is like it just tells you that stuff weighs less when you wear it.
Yeah.
In Star Wars, you're just supposed to know that when you wear a piece of armor, it is reduced its encumbrance by 3. So if
And then I
you
reduce it
just
to
get it,
2.
if you get it to 3 or below, you don't have any problems so long as you're wearing it.
I think what I have currently is not bad, but I probably could let's see what I have originally. Oh yeah, it was just base.
There's
This was actually a good roll.
sealable
So
for
let's see.
one,
I
which is pretty
I could make
good.
it sealable and lightweight. I have 2 left, which means I could technically do special embellishment, or I could just.
Or you could just do like you said you wanted in lessons learned it.
Oh yeah, I could do
Deal.
2 lessons learned, honestly.
You could also just do 2 lessons.
I do 2 lessons learned, and
Yeah, that's right. It doesn't say you only can select that one. So yes, you could actually do
yeah, I could do that
two
twice.
reductions on your segmented, which would make
I
it
definitely
average.
could make. I could definitely make a really good. Because I think I'm okay with what I have right now, so I want to try on the segmented because if I work well on that, but yeah,
So two lessons learned,
yeah, and that means
and
take 4 hours
success
less, which means
is
it only
what?
takes 12
It's
hours
2 hours.
per each one. So yeah,
Yeah, so
So
you
it might be 12.
shave 4 hours off that 16. So yeah, that's basically one day. You can probably get that done on the trip back if you already had those materials.
yeah, I did. So then I'll try the other one over
Alright.
all the other trips as we
Yeah,
do it.
basically while Aramaa is in budgetary meetings for the next couple of days, 2 or 3 days, you are gonna work on your segmented armor.
And now here we go. We'll just try this and see how this goes. I don't know when's gonna help me, but I think I have. Do I have anything I can use at the moment? Let me check. I don't want to use the light side because I feel like it'd be kind of being greedy, but that's up to everyone who's willing to let me do that.
I mean, you're at 4 and 4.
Uh-huh.
If your Jedi start failing checks, they do get points back for free. But also, again, this is a thing you guys do sometimes. You may actually be setting out on a wilderness adventure at the start of this, so
Mhm.
I don't know how much you want to front load with how annoying the dark side will be.
Yeah, so that's why I'm considering it. Or it's like,
Let's see. You're at 2 upgrades normally, right? I
It's,
mean, you still have 3 light side points. That depends on is Aramaa gonna go like nuts trying to buy things. She probably won't, I assume.
yeah, or if they get one.
Lucky will probably
extra.
just be like, couldn't find it.
Yeah.
They were out.
And its kit doesn't apply.
Two.
Recycling
Welcome
station.
to logistics, guys.
Yeah,
They're our
yeah,
favorite.
They're my favorite.
Boost one of everything. So it really depends if like if I get assistance for anything or not, but I doubt I will. So
Let's see. I think the only person who could give you skilled assistance is Wevuguk, and I believe Marth is still away. Yeah. Okay. Technically, you can probably get unskilled assistance from like Boots if he's not doing anything, which he
He
isn't.
definitely has more.
But that would be
int
just a
than me,
boost
yeah.
die.
Oh no,
Sadly,
I've been
if he
waiting
doesn't
to
have
get a-
skilled assistance, he cannot give you extra intellect. That is.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've been
Um,
waiting to say what Boots has been doing, but
Well, what
ax-
do you have in mind then?
after getting his ass handed to him by a bunch of old men at Old Dog, Boots is gonna go train his intellect and read up and study the jog some more.
Okay.
Yeah.
Unless you're absolutely not gonna help a brother out, you are still have free time to help Camo with his building project.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, well, you worded it that way. Fine, I'll help.
Okay.
Back.
All right, Marth's back.
Welcome back.
Wevu might be busy with their own projects, but yeah, unfortunately Boots cannot give you skilled assistance, but he can give you a boost die.
I'm here for moral support.
Actually, this is a good question. You don't have any mechanics, right, Boots?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, unskilled only.
Alright. Fair enough. I probably could have bought
Boost.
mechanics if I really tried.
Hand me the
Whatever.
thing.
You mean this thing or that thing?
That thing over there.
Give me the lug wrench. What the fuck is a lug wrench?
Oh,
Damn.
okay, still worked out pretty good.
Okay.
Now that's still 68 hours.
That's still like 2.5 days.
Yeah.
Because it's 28 cycles, so like that's basically like 3
Wait,
days
wait,
of
wait.
just working.
Wait. Non-stop?
No, not nonstop, but
In between bits.
Okay.
Because like, let's see, it's
yeah, that's
68.
2.4 and some extra numbers, Soheliv days. So yeah, round it up to 3 days because you have to sleep sometime.
Yeah, about to
3
say.
to maybe like 4. 3.5.
I make it 4.
4 days, yeah.
All right, so you guys probably take some extra time there.
Like, listen, Aramaa is not gonna walk by you, see you still tinkering over a fucking piece of armor, and be like, nah, that's fine.
No, that's
Look,
fair.
if I'm giving you assistance, Boots is gonna take a fucking break at some point.
Yeah.
I mean,
He's
fair.
No, it's fair. Okay, all right.
Yeah,
So
I'm not gonna help you with
Okay, let's see here,
24/7.
so-
you got 6
I think-
advantage. spend.
This is okay. So it's segmented. It has. I could do armor schematic, but I think this is the best one I'm gonna get for a long time. So I'm not sure about that. So it got 6 encumbrance though, which is a bit.
Yeah. Now you
So
do
let's see.
basically have that when you wear it, but
Yeah, it's 3. I might want to reduce it by 1, which makes the same 8 as my normal armor. I can make it sealable. Probably better if I do those 2 things.
okay, so that's
I
2.
could do a special. Okay, that's 2. I could do special embellishment technically, but I'm not sure that's actually needed. I could boost the hard points. I don't really need to add extra soak or duplicate it because duplicate's only good if you had like 10 plus advantage, honestly.
Well, yeah, duplicate's better as a triumph spend when you're like, I've made a really good piece of armor. Let me make 2.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
Hard
mean,
point would actually be good. Let's see.
You've already got 4 HP. You could go to 5. That's really good.
It is. Really
Yeah.
good.
I could do that twice, but that'd be only thing, and I'd rather make it a little lighter because
Yeah. There's no point in having really customizable armor if you can't fucking carry it.
yeah. So I want to make it sealable and lightweight.
That-
one
I'm
sealable, one
sorry.
lightweight.
That
I want
reminds
to
me
give it
of
1
this-
extra hard point, so that's 5 of it. So then there's one
You
more.
might
which
as well
probably...
give it another lightweight just to
Yeah,
like.
probably just make it 4.
That reminds me of this dumb thing someone in my Deadlands campaign did, where he's like, "I've made a suit of armor, and it's just basically just fucking knight armor, and he can't. And whenever he puts it on, he can't move because it's too heavy for him, so he just
Yeah.
stands."
I mean, that could happen. Like the high end armors for armor crafting are both E6 normally, so like you could absolutely like run out of the ability to move wearing them. But okay, so you're gonna go 2
Interestingly
lightweight,
enough,
1 sealable.
Interestingly enough, this is actually almost a direct improvement on the Phase 1 arc. All I need to do is just somehow port over most of the shit in it somehow. It's like maybe like cover some like
Yeah, I
optic
don't know, you could
shit.
probably do
so-
that. Yeah, so I'm assuming you're probably using your various clone armors as an inspiration for this piece,
yeah,
right?
I'm probably making basically just like the.
Yeah. So I
basically
don't remember
the-
the segmented description.
I'm probably
but-
making the arc Trailblazer custom.
So I don't remember the exact description for segmented, but it's got +2 soak, and +1 defense. So it's
Yeah,
like proper protected combat armor. So you're probably like, blast collar, shoulder pad, comma, the kilt thing, that protects your lower
Yeah,
legs.
taking all like the bits
And
from the previous
various. You're probably using clone laminated armor plates as the base because that's still +2 soak, but you're including your own special, rig on it so that it's lighter weight, easier to move in, has extra customization options, and you've got your result.
It's
Yay.
E4, and then
4 base, 5 hard points,
Yeah.
+2 soak, +1 defense.
Nice.
Yeah, it's a really good set of armor. Okay, so that would technically... That probably means that, especially the way you talked about how you would... Aramaa, you would not let them just keep fiddling with armor, as you know.
Mhm.
Boots and Camo are buried in the tech bay, looking over the workbench, sewing, knitting, stapling, putting on a dummy. Hopefully not fire testing it, but you know, definitely doing some early Iron Man shit in here.
You walk in, it looks like a set from Mythbusters. We're hiding behind a blast shield.
I mean, probably, yeah. You guys do have a lot of junk around for crafting and stuff. But if you tell them to like knock it off and take a break, this definitely means that you guys will roll around to your next day, so you have a little bit of extra time. So
The one
you
thing I
want
wanna
make the
do-
briefing, right? Oh, good. Sorry.
what would it take to like take the like scrambled to take like the scrambler out of the phase 2 and then the hardened out of the phase 1 and put it into the trailblazer?
Okay, you. Let me double check something really quick.
Because they're built in, so I don't know if it's like a thing I'd have to like take out and then rework in.
Yeah, you may have to. I will probably have you roll a mechanics check to scav those materials, keeping in mind that
Yeah.
means they're gone from your original armors. But
Yeah.
let me look up, because there is a. Okay, I still haven't gone back over and fixed the rarities on some of these. I really need to do that
I'm
sometime.
still amazed that I did well enough where it's like, man, I've actually this is the end of this entire sub arc of me trying to make something good.
I mean, yeah, you've been working on it for a while. Good on you to actually get a decent roll. There have
Yeah.
been so many times you're like, I rolled 5 successes and nothing else. It takes me 2 hours to build a piece of crap armor I don't want to use.
It's like I just scrap
so
it.
helmet comlinks are normally already HP 0.
Mhm.
So you can make me a
Because I just basically want to put the hardened scrambled. I want to put the scrambler out of the phase 2 and then the hardened out of the phase 1 to make a hardened scrambler. Or scrambled
'cause I
hardened
believe
combo.
those are both separate bits of gear, right?
Yeah,
I,
which is
I
like
assume they probably have to take up some HP though.
Yeah.
Well, no, that's the thing I said. A helmet comlink normally is HP 0.
Oh, that's true.
So that's what I was double checking. Let me figure out where's my gear list.
I'm gonna give this lady the bonk.
Yeah. It says that the helmet comlink is equivalent to a long range comlink. That's normally it's got the same price too. That's normally E2. That costs 0 hard points to put in armor. So
yeah,
and
and it's built in, so usually I think that's part of the weight of it. So yeah, usually.
so well, first of all, it would be the hardened effect. So go ahead and make me a. We'll start with the hardened because I'm looking at that right now. Make me a. Make me an average mechanics check for that.
Okay. Does my specialist kit apply for this?
Yeah, I would think so. You're pulling out a piece of gear from
All right, then I'll add the usual things I add for
armor.
this.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. Yes.
take
With
me
that
down.
amount of success and advantage, you can probably do this in like 5 minutes with a toolkit. There's no loss of function, no added weight, no nothing. Like you get
Just,
it
like,
pulled off
wire it in there.
successfully.
If I designed it after
now
if I designed it after arc armor, I probably have the empty components for the circuitry and everything already.
Yeah, if you used your original armor design as a base. Okay. All right. So this is the same check for the scrambler function.
Okay. I'm gonna use some of that advantage to maybe
Yeah, you can spend that 2 advantage to get a boost on your next one.
yeah, just do that just to make sure I don't, just in case, because sometimes things just go bad.
A comm scrambler is normally E0, but it's more expensive. So if you
Oh, look
goofed it
there! I
up-
actually got advantage on that. Yeah. Have my dice for blanks. So that actually mattered.
Yeah. Okay. No. Like that could have cost you a little bit of cash if you'd fuck anything up, but no, you're able to import the hardened comlink and then the attached comm scrambler. So you have the hardened comlink effect is That's a detection, not patience.
All right, so I'm gonna put that in there.
That is what a hardened comlink normally does. This is what a scram does. So basically, anybody trying to decrypt your communications takes 2 black and 2 failures automatically.
Which means I basically can go behind enemy lines and report back.
You can also broadcast through jamming easier, and you have a very long range, which is good. Because you guys have actually had that discussion before about comlink range.
Yes.
Yes.
All right, so first, let's do a little briefing.
Woohoo!
So this is probably not a full like briefing room type briefing, because as far as you know, this is not yet a military operation, unless you want to make it one.
No.
But you definitely probably actually you probably go down to xenoarchaeology.
Yeah.
You
go see my
Dr.
girl
Hubbard.
Europa.
Yeah, you can see Europa. She can make some calf. Dr. Hubbard.
The fucking joy you could hear in Lucky's voice.
At this point, like, Dr. Hubbard is basically using Europa as her full-time assistant. Like, she is one of the few people who actually understands this project and everything going on. Especially because Dr. Hubbard, as we've established, is really over the whole fieldwork thing. Being trapped in a sinkhole once was good enough, and then also riding shotgun with you guys when you were attacked by horrific jungle creatures. Not that she was in any danger, but still. So yeah, but she'll rig up a slideshow and set up some stuff. So it's important to understand the ice caps of Soheliv, right? They exist.
Mm-hmm.
They're a little unusual for Soheliv, in that there's actually solid crystalline ice there.
Crystal.
Yeah, actual large ice structures form. And I want to say it's a little bit like the reverse of how Earth works. The southern pole, the Antarctic area, that's actually more water and just ice flows.
Okay.
Not a lot of continental bodies down there.
Okay.
Under the North Pole, there are a couple of small solid cratons, small plate structures.
Mm-hmm.
Not really full-blown continents, but something that's still decently sized. Like, I believe, like, Australia and India are both, like, individual craton plates, which are jutting out of the ocean and touch other places. So there's a decent amount of landmass, but still not, like, full-blown, not like this main continent you're on sized.
Okay.
It's spread out through various forms of minimal solid land. Otherwise, there's like a couple of big land masses, which are all connected by ice fields, and land bridges, and handfuls of shallow seamounts, which actually like breach the surface due to volcanic island chains, etc. And it's noted that the area is supposed to be rich in ferromagnetic metals. The magnetosphere of Soheliv is actually pretty well developed, and it's pretty strong at the poles. There are going to be very frequent aurora phenomena while you're up there. It's supposed to be very breathtaking. But you guys have also been in the northern oceans recently. You know that it's very stormy up there. Because there are a lot of warm ocean currents and warm air currents that come up from the south to the polar regions, especially on its fringes, there are a lot of tempestuous areas and frequent weather patterns. You have to deal with not only the possibility of whiteout blizzard conditions, because actually, interestingly enough, guys, if you don't know, people at home, precipitation is actually less frequent the colder it gets, because all the air just freezes solid and doesn't go anywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Good old water. So because the polar regions are below freezing temperature, but not what we would call in Fahrenheit sub-zero most of the time. Like with wind chill, it can probably get pretty cold, but not as bad as planets that are more temperate or even cold would get. But because it is still a little bit warmer, that means you're going to have to deal with potentials for blizzards, fog, snowfall. There are also frequent ionic storms or thunder snow, which will damage unshielded electronics and dampen communications and sensors. Dr. Hubbard is quick to note, while she's not an expert in this aspect of planetology, she does say that according to the numbers, in particular, the North Pole region appears to be colder than it should be statistically for Soheliv's climate, but it's still, it's cold. She probably points out that the outer fringes, some of the external islands and ice flows that are closer to the border of the actual Arctic Circle, because there's a latitude for that, indicates that there may have been a rapid climate shift at some point. There are actually forests which have died off and gone fossilized.
Oh.
So there are fossilized forests that have basically frozen in place on some of the islands after all their canopy and stuff died off, but the living wood crystallized or solidified into rock. So they still stand. There are also, under the solid life masses, land masses, because of probably some kind of climactic shift again, there are going to be shallow deposits of deceased flora, fauna, and microbes, which have actually formed hydrocarbon deposits. Oil.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Hydrocarbons, oils, and natural gases. But all of that's buried under tundras and permafrosts.
Smells like resources.
Yeah, there are natural resources in the Arctic Circle. They are not very much exploited, though, because remember, frequency of storm conditions.
Yeah,
you
true.
need to have specialized equipment or no equipment, or you need to get used to turning all your shit off. It's just like when you're in a thunderstorm and you don't have a surge protector or an UPS, you turn all your crap off. It's the same way. The only difference is that just being in an ionic storm could mean you have to worry about that rather than just waiting for a lightning strike. So socially, this is actually something that Dr. Hubbard can get on you a little bit. Because archaeology is just a slightly slower form of anthropology. She points out to you guys that the region of the North Pole is sometimes just informally called the Polar Parish. It's very spread out, very low population density. Which that is a thing I'd like to note because I've been double checking my numbers. Soheliv doesn't have like great population density, period, but around urban centers and in normally the more vibrant regions, your population density is pretty decent. Like, because while your city centers aren't super hugely built up, Mort Eridu's only like a few thousand people.
I think so. I can't remember.
Yeah, it's like under 10K. It's pretty close, but there's probably another like at least several hundred, if not a couple thousand people in the same parish, the same county, right? Because there are outlying farms, buildings, homesteads, etc. The Polar Parish is not like that. Everybody is super spread out, lives in small groups. There are two cultures or subcultures common in here. One group is called the Springfolk.
Springfolk.
Yes, because their way of living is they cluster around various surface level hot springs, geothermal vents, even some volcanic activity, because it's Soheliv. It's pretty feisty. There's a little bit of geothermal, a little bit of volcanic activity. There are actually even some cases you guys have heard of cryovolcanoes where liquid slush or higher temperature things like ammonia deposits or others will actually get stimulated by geothermal heating and erupt in a way similar to volcanic releases. Yeah. That's also a little weird. That's normally common on like cryogenic ice moons and stuff, but apparently Soheliv's geology is weird enough that like there will actually be like straight up eruptions of geysers of slush or liquid ammonia which rapidly evaporates.
It does kind of saying where it's like we have thermal nomads, and this also kind of pushes the theory that this place was a testing ground for like terraforming technology.
I don't think it was a testing
Uh,
ground. I think
well,
it's just.
I'll say this. It's funny you mentioned nomads, Camo. The Springfolk are not nomadic. They
Yeah.
cluster in villages around constant sources of heat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so yeah, it's pretty much like those communities that pop up on the ocean floor.
Yeah, kind of similar. And there may actually be some organisms which live like that. But the Springfolk, they are, from what Hubbard can tell you, their subcultures, they emigrated from planets that are usually much harsher and colder than Soheliv anyway. And they just kind of adapted to the local climate. They live in almost tribal societies with strong codes of conduct and, some strict cultural rules, huddled into windbreak walls, groves of evergreen trees, stuff like that. And they live by basically eschewing all forms of high technology.
Oh wow.
Because high technology is unreliable, so they do it the old-fashioned way.
That makes sense.
The others are called nomads with a capital N. By the way, I started writing this before Cyberpunk actually came out. It's just funnily that it works out that way.
Yeah.
They live in basically mobile homes called ice crawlers, which are low-slung Predator-wheeled vehicles which can be as small as basically something RV-sized, which houses a single family unit, to something that's probably as big as your turbo tank, which
they're not-
houses entire small communities.
So it's basically like a sand crawler, but a little bit smaller.
Yeah, probably shorter than that,
Mhm.
not as tall, because you
Okay.
don't want to do. This is actually something that this comes up if you're discussing like the size of the ice crawlers. Hubbard actually notes that the southern fringes of the polar regions are actually known to be kind of chaotic and unstable because that's where the ice flows like shed into the ocean to form icebergs and stuff. And there's a lot of storms there as the ocean currents pick up. Some of those ice flows, because of the warm water, can actually be quite thin. You guys, if you wanted to take your Juggernaut up there, that might actually be a little bit of a slow and cautious trip because you'd have to find solid enough ice to support its weight.
Which means some of us might have to like trailblaze a route that would actually work.
The nomads use slightly like lighter vehicles, but that are all very hardened, shielded circuits, simple machines. They try to avoid the weather wherever possible. They move from spot to spot to siphon oils, the hydrocarbons we mentioned, and also hunt for fresh fish, water from ice holes, etc. It's noted that while there's no like open war between the two cultures, the two peoples don't necessarily get along. They come from the same heritage background, but they have basically found different solutions to living in the same place.
Mm-hmm.
Like, the nomads are constantly traveling, outrunning storm fronts, moving from resource spot to resource spot, supplementing their abilities with higher technology. The spring folk are like, oh, hey, I found a geothermal vent. I will never leave this place. And like I said, they build, like, low-slung windbreak walls, specialized buildings to adapt to snowfall and everything.
It's actually pretty ingenious if you see the architecture that went into it, but it's a different kind of thing.
Yes. And like I said, they don't use any kind of high technology or electronics if they can help it.
Because that stuff will like break in like the magnetic field, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Yeah.
specifically
if an
the
electrical
onyx.
storm sweeps over, it breaks.
Oh, fair. That doesn't last long. Yeah.
So yeah, well, like I said, I mean we. Well, let me finish. Let's you finish the briefing at least, I guess.
Yes. So that's your social
Mm-hmm.
outline. There are people out there. You can probably go to them for help. Hubbard notes that she's seen some documentation that the local peoples both have some simple folk religions kind of attached to the mountains, winds, ice. The kind of thing that peoples come up with when they're faced with nature all the time. And both groups have very, very strong concepts of sacred hospitality because they live in an icy wilderness. If a
you don't do
stranger
it-
stumbles into your village, you're supposed to offer him food and warmth because that way you know that you get food and warmth. You know,
'Cause it's like
simple social contract stuff.
Mm-hmm.
it's like if you doom someone to the winter waste, you're dooming yourself to the winter wastes.
Yeah. So
The mountain frowns upon it.
they will be
Yeah.
they will, if you can find them, they will probably be helpful, but don't expect to be like, hey, can I get some blasters?
It's like, do you know the way to the thing we're going towards? Maybe.
Uh,
Do you have any
Actually,
forbidden
speaking of
locations?
that, do you guys want to talk about your target location, or do you want me to talk about wildlife and the environment some more?
Yeah.
Because I got 2 bullet
Wildlife
points.
might be interesting first.
So we'll cover that really fast. So,
Yep.
as you might expect from Soheliv, there's a lot of really unique, diversified, and specialized wildlife living in the polar regions. Gee, I wonder how that works. There are local relatives to the swamp strider called tundra striders.
Yay!
Yeah.
We get to have ice horses.
They have developed thicker fat deposits, and actually, because we talked about this, right? Because of how wet it is, most creatures on Soheliv wouldn't have developed hairs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Tundra striders do actually have a short, coarse wool. It's very dense to keep them warm.
I bet
Can I
people
say
make clothing
that-
out of it.
Probably, yeah.
There's a fun bit of like this. The Swamp Strider has maybe become our mascot of this campaign.
Yeah, basically. I mean,
That's all-
you like them a lot.
I
They're
mean,
definitely
I love our oh god, beaked horses.
Yeah.
Or like our
Tundra striders are actually probably a little bit closer to Conda teams in that they don't have, because remember how normal swamp striders have like big, almost like lily pad webbed feet, so that they create surface tension. They don't, slump down really deep in mud.
Yeah.
Tundra striders do have broad feet, but they have very well insulated paw pads, so they do not slip. They
Mhm.
grip ice surfaces. They don't sink into snow, but kind of similar principles. There are a couple of casual omnivores or herbivores out here. Borits, sphenifrogs. By the way, that comes from the term for frog and the scientific term for penguin. So penguin frogs.
Oh my god. I'm trying to
Yote
picture
eagles.
that.
Big avians. There are, of course, amphibious predators, though, to watch out for. There are icebreaker crabs. There are wool sharks.
Wool
What
sharks.
sharks?
Wool sharks.
Oh,
Sorry, I
and,
heard icebreaker crabs and I'm scared.
Yeah, there are Arctic variants of those giant lobster things you guys fought for.
Oh fuck.
Oh, those things.
Hubbard probably has some demonstrative drawings of an icebreaker crab. They're Sil 1.
Mhm.
So expect something the size of a large dog.
It makes
Oh,
me
I
think
like
like those like
You
Irish
notice
crab.
that they have very large, oversized front claws.
Of
It
course
made me
they
think of like those Japanese spider crabs.
It sounds like a fucking Monster Hunter enemy.
Probably.
There are wool sharks, which they're a subspecies of mud shark that has evolved to exist on tundras. So instead of burrowing into shallow mud and water, they will dig ice holes and can hang out above or below ice layers and sneak out and have insulating, waterproof wool, very thick fibers. There are also a local apex predator because, unfortunately, soyverns are not. They're reptavians. Their metabolisms are not suited to tundra life.
They're
So there are
cold-blooded, right?
shadeworms,
Oh,
There's always a local dragon.
which
Yes.
is apparently an adaptation of the shadow snake biomes, which are bigger and slower, but have the ability to dig through ice and melt it using naturally produced caustic substances.
I kind of love that Omega has just made different like all the zones of a Monster Hunter game.
Yeah, that's how it works.
Yeah.
That's also just Star Wars.
Yeah.
Just think of something, then make it spacey.
Make it
If you-
spacey.
Not that you guys should actually go in the water, because even though it's
No.
not frozen because of pressure, it's still fucking cold.
Yes.
This is the funny thing about water. Most people think of water as nice to go in, but even if water is a
No.
little bit lower than your body temperature, water is a great conducting material. It'll suck the heat right out of you. So
Omega,
oh yeah, no.
Yeah.
Trust
Omega
me.
just to say it.
Hmm?
You're in Florida, so you probably don't understand where there's like I'm more northern up where it's like water is not pleasant unless it's already warm or room temperature.
Oh no, yeah, I know. I mean, we have a lake. There was a discussion we had about because we've got some grass growing and whether you need a a suit to go because it drops like 10 foot right off the dock. Whether you need to pull some of the grass, you need a wetsuit, and like, yeah, no, you would. You need something to keep you warm.
Mm.
So, not that you guys should go diving, but there are just some casual, small level producers: brine darts, sickle licks, vent grubs. There is a large amphibious species, the Anura whale. Large, friendly. They're more akin to amphibians than outright whales, but they're probably still reptomammals. But there are big friendly frog whales, Anura coming from frog.
Oh my god, big friendly frog whales.
I want to pet one.
I want to see a picture of one. That's fun.
Aramaa goes to pet
They
one,
are
and
they're big,
one-
filter feeders.
Wait, no, Aramaa goes to pet one, and that one, was it fish thing she punched just comes back to bite her.
It
I
has
think it's one
somehow
of those-
evolved into a shade worm, even though that's
Yeah.
not how evolution works.
Clearly, clearly,
Her
It fucking-
punch evolved it.
yeah, clearly it fucking Pokemon evolved. Clearly.
That or
It-
it ate some weird
Similar
force
to
thing.
the droid that was meant to hunt down Aramaa, it gives her a glare before trying to attack her.
There are also there are lithic reefs and actual cold water corals in some of the shallows as well under the water. You are warned that there are also some aquatic predators in addition to the amphibious ones. There's apparently some kind of, just because it's the classic story of like, hey, be careful if you go too near to an ice hole. You'll run into an ice fisher, which are apparently some kind of grappling amorph creature.
Yeah. Oh.
Reminds me of that
Which,
weird,
pull,
nightmarish.
pulls unsuspecting, something between the cross between like a jellyfish and an anemone. It
So, like
pulls
an
people
Fuck
in.
that.
So like an Arctic kraken.
How many people got
Nah,
jellyfish
more creepier and
beach?
translucent than that,
Oh
probably.
god.
Ah,
Like,
So
like
I'm
an
seeing
X-Men
like,
enemy.
imagine a giant, it's very much like a jellyfish or an amoeba, and it just will wait for creatures to get close to a ice hole to like drink fresh, well, not fresh because it's Soheliv, but drink water, drink snowmelt, or poke in for some food, and then they'll apparently yank them right in.
Oh, that's
what I'm
terrible.
hearing is
Careful.
that it's basically just Soheliv trapdoor spider.
It's like the fucking what was the I can never remember its fucking name. We fought a mutated one that pulled boots into the water.
Yeah, that giant kraken thing. I can't remember the
Dianoga.
name.
Oh, yeah,
Dianoga.
Kind of like
Dianoga.
that.
It's like I tried to Dianoga.
I
Not
can't
actually sure what clade Dianogas fall under, but yeah, this is a. Actually, what is the scientific class we find fish in?
I like how at this
Medusa
point we're
phase
like,
of gelatinous members of Medusazoa. Okay, that's not super helpful.
This dude totally looks like he'll teach me some sweet
There's
meditation.
a lot of different categories that you can put a jellyfish in, basically. But yeah, like I said, think more like a jellyfish or an amoeba than an octopus.
Amoeba.
Anemones, amoebas, jellyfish. Something that really should just be a scary single-celled organism in a petri dish, but for some reason on Soheliv has, grown to be the size of a small truck.
Yeah, no, but clearly Omega put some thought into these creatures. So yes, I am split 50-50 is like, I want to see this thing and please keep it away from me.
oh yeah,
I'm,
no.
I'm kind of on the same there too.
same.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if you guys decide you need to go check out a watering hole.
Yeah. Hopefully we don't. But we'll see.
Look, the idea of a frog penguin is really appealing to me.
Frog whale also.
Yeah, frog
Yeah.
whale.
That seem adorable.
No, no, no,
Like you
not
probably guys
just-
see some stock footage of Svenna frogs. Like they're just like you'd imagine. They're kind of pudgy and rounded with like
Aww.
big wide beak mouths. They waddle along a little on the water. They're amphibious, so they can actually like flex their bodies and move through water pretty fast.
They're like pudgy, ugly, cute.
They hunt small fish. They're probably got a little bit of the ugly cute. They might have like
Yeah.
a very light down. You notice that, by the way, everything in the Arctic region has similar, like the coloration is like instead of like vibrant colors or a lot of greens and browns, everything is like white, off-white, pitch black, or like a light Arctic blue.
All for reflection or heat retention.
Yes.
Yep.
And
Is that how that
and
works?
alternatively, like polar bear to your natural camouflage. Like you see a picture of a wool shark, it's covered in like shaggy, light white wool with some black surfaces in it. You figure that if it like hunkers down and like closes its eyes, it just looks like a slightly fuzzy snowdrift.
Are we
Oh
are we just
my.
gonna end up like similar to what happened in the first few sessions where Arama's just gonna get mauled by wolf sharks?
Well, guess
I
what?
mean, if you guys fuck up a check and like stumble foot first into a wool shark, yeah, sure, we can do that.
By the way, I will say it will not go like the fucking first mud shot because I will fucking punch something to death.
You will rip its mouth apart. You will rip it in half. You its mouth.
So, after all of your usual intimidating briefing, talking about all the weird and wacky wildlife you can find on Soheliv,
Star location.
Hubbard does get to kind of run down some theories about where you're going based on the signal relay and the term polar vault. There's probably one region which could actually get there. Unfortunately, it's the hardest region to reach because you've got to go almost directly to the pole. There's a region which the locals call the World Crown. There's
That's
a series of ice flows and ice cliffs, rugged mountains which roughly surround the polar region. This is where those ferromagnetic deposits are the most dense. This is where that volcano appears, unusual frequency of like jets of water, ice, and super cold ammonia burst out.
Place probably stinks.
The magnetic fields are the strongest. So this is one of those interesting things. Finding your way in that general direction will not be hard, but getting there in a timely manner may be more difficult. You guys probably have basic bitch magnetic compasses. You can find north, but it's a little scary. And the locals basically, because it's supposed to be so dangerous, like there's heavy slopes, there's an avalanche risk because when a weather front comes through, snow and ice will sometimes build up on the mountains and like slide off. The locals, for a mix of practical and spiritual reasons, do not try to cross the World Crown, but Hubbard runs you down. She's heard all the same, crazy stories since she's been researching it. That people say that there are islands that float under magnetic forces inside. The mountains are full of glowing gems as big as your head. Somehow there's a warm volcanic valley inside with unlimited fruit and honey. The usual stuff. But
knowing the fucking gardeners, it could fucking be true. I will not
but
discount
you'll
it.
have to actually get into the World Crown area, which means you're gonna have to cross the entire Arctic Circle to the pole, basically, roughly. Because
huge ordeal.
I believe actually the way it works with Earth too, because of axial tilt and stuff. There's the magnetic north, and there's actual true like longitude latitude zero.
Yeah.
You're looking for somewhere in the rough vicinity of both of those.
Uh-oh.
Probably.
Okay.
So that's your rough briefing. I can tell you some other stuff you can think about environmentally.
Oh.
Like in terms of raw mechanics. Because you'll have to there's like an outer edge, like an edge region you'll have to cross. This is where some of those fossil forests will be more frequent. You'll have more frequency of actual like thin ice flows or even inland seas where the ice is temporarily broken up.
Mm-hmm.
Though I believe, if I remember correctly, we have said it is the cooler season on Soheliv. You are currently experiencing what will be called winter.
Okay, so some of those flows might not be as thin.
Yes. But taking like big, heavy ground vehicles, like even your ATTEs would probably be like, or actually even borrowing that exploration walker you used last time you went planned a field trip without a military vehicle, you'd still have to worry about like carefully plotting your courses so you don't accidentally end up in an ocean. That would be very bad.
Right.
So there's that region. There are some like chains of frozen islands and stuff, a few of those continental bodies as you get closer. Then there's like, once you get past the most settled points, there's just like big open windswept ice fields and tundras until you hit the world, which is going to be its own problem. I talked about this earlier. You guys were asking, like, I think Axe was asking, should we get camo cloaks? There are going to be periods where, based on the topography, you guys will not have any cover if you feel the need to hide from anything. Like it will just be open ice field.
Which I think, if it's going to take a bit to actually get to the vault, we might want to invest.
Yes, I
in
mean
some
you're
camouflage.
talking about crossing, an actual Arctic region.
Yeah.
Probably not with. Again, I don't want to pre-plan for you, but I'm assuming you guys want to be careful about how you utilize technology because you might run into storm interference.
Mhm.
Yeah,
You
but
may or may not want to hoof it completely. That would be like several days of a snow hike.
Yeah.
And I got some options that you guys can talk about. But I want to bring up. So basically, the way this works is, if you just period, there will be 2 black dice due to cold,
okay.
right? Which some of you will ignore. But just like it's cold, there's environmental things to consider.
So
You
a
guys got to
thermal
worry
cloak.
about that.
So like the camo path might be useful because at least get through the 2 blacks.
Well, like I said, that's
If
the
you
basic.
are not sufficiently insulated, you have to worry about increasing any strain and system strain suffered by 1. That includes voluntary and involuntarily, as just the heat gets sucked out of you.
Okay.
And if you guys aren't insulated in some fashion and are directly exposed to like heavy snowfall, freezing winds, etc., there will be resilience checks required. Otherwise, you guys are going to get frostbite. Like, not even Aramaa's iron body will necessarily protect her from, like, if she decides to go, walk through a blizzard in her skivvies.
Nah.
But I don't think you'll have to worry about that too much. You could also, depending on what your conditions are, you might have to deal with whiteouts due to fog or blizzards or even glare. You might have to deal with low friction areas and ice crevasses, depending on, again, what kind of terrain you want to traverse.
Are there actually any shoes? Well, actually,
I don't think there are explicitly snowshoes, but there's probably some adapting gear you can work with. I do want to point out, though, there is a clone armor for this. For free, either clone man can equip HT-77 Cold Assault Armor if they want it, which is basically the clone version of Snowtrooper gear.
I was thinking of maybe just.
You can probably also just buy a heating system.
I was probably just gonna get a heating system, or
So I was pre-planning this a little. I double-checked what the heating system effect does. The heating system removes up to 2 black dice from cold, and also reduces the difficulty of any resilience checks required by cold by 1. So
that's.
I
actually
believe that's 1 hard point.
Oh, perfect! Because I was thinking of getting a hardpoint 2 thing to add to my armor, so that fits perfectly.
It's hard points 1 or 2, but it's just if you guys are willing to pay the cost and slot that in, you guys can ignore most of these conditions. And then some of you with talents, like the, I believe the Jedi armor is heavy enough that it's not vacuum sealed right now, right?
no, but it's
It's
cool.
heavy enough you could pilt vacuum sealing in.
What do
I mean,
have?
you're not going to be comfortable, but because of your iron body and your conditioning, Aramaa, you could probably just go in your normal armor without any additional mods and not worry about immediately freezing to death.
Oh no, I'm probably at least gonna get a body glove.
That's fair. That'll prevent you from, like, again, the wind chill, or if you accidentally fall in some water, from like immediately dying of hypothermia.
Yeah.
As a thing, I should probably look up what vacuum sealed means.
And
No, so vacuum sealed is a mod.
Yeah.
The vacuum sealed, because it requires certain types of body covering armor to do. It gives you like 10 minutes of life support if you're exposed to hard vacuum.
All right, that's an attachment.
and there are the
yeah.
and you were talking about the camo cloaks, which are technically count as thermal cloaks as well, right?
Yes. That removes like 1 black from, might be 1 or 2. I don't know. I have
It's
to
2.
double check.
If it functions as a
Okay.
thermal cloak, it's 2.
Okay, yes, so it's 2. So yeah, there's a couple of different solutions you could do to ignore most of the penalties. Again, if you're not directly exposed, you guys don't have to worry about the like extra strain or the possibility of frostbite. That's just like, I wanted to make sure that if you guys decided to, like, hoof it naked through the tundra, there might be some negative effects.
Like, we
And
know
also
what we're
your
going
break.
into, essentially, yeah.
And it does put a risk, like, there could be ice falls if you guys end up soaked in water and crawl back outside if you're not wearing, like Camo with a heating system and a fully sealed suit of armor. He's actually probably basically waterproof. I think the same goes for the style of armor Boots will just be borrowing. He's fine. I mean, let's see. The thermal cloak would protect Wevu from the...
Just cold, not like water being cold.
I probably don't need do the poncho, but I think think at least like Webo could probably benefit from that.
Well, she's already got a thermal cloak. I don't know if
Yeah.
you guys want to upgrade to a camo bond.
Because I do have 2 iron body, and the body glove would be the most appropriate, I guess. So I can
And you
Yeah,
wear
just
that under
slip
your
it
armor,
under your
so-
gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A question. It's E2. Is it still E2 even while wearing it?
I would assume not. Like it's
Okay.
probably E2 when folded up.
Okay.
That makes sense. Yeah.
Just checking. Then I will definitely put a body
Well, the
glove.
heating system is 1 HP.
That is.
Yeah.
It costs 1,000 credits, and I don't know the friggin'. I
Rarity-
keep
rarity-
forgetting that I have not fixed the rarity for some of these
Rarity
stuff.
3. No, Rarity 1.
Rarity 1. Okay, that's
no,
pretty easy.
actually, wait. Rarity 3.
What's the rarity
actually.
rating
Oh,
of
it is
vacuum?
3.
Yeah, sorry.
What is the rarity on vacuum sealed? That's an old one. I probably don't have it.
It's in the book. It says it's from keeping the peace.
I don't entirely know the.
Well, I think
armored
that's the
flight.
feature of the description of that. Hold on.
Mm.
Don't know if the armored
Let me look
flight
it up.
suit is vacuum sealed.
I mean, it
That's a
probably is. It is a flight suit.
Yeah.
The
But no,
fun
Axe
thing,
is asking about the vacuum sealed mod.
Because I'm just gonna put it in my list of things to get later on if needed.
That's also base rarity.
the fun thing about the cold assault armor is that it's going to be about 2 bits more heavier than
What's the
the
full weight?
6.
Oh yeah, it's gonna cost it's gonna be 3 weight on you. Yeah. That is kind of heavy. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's. I guess it's for all the extra bits and pieces to make it cool.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because that does come with built-in comlink. Adds 2 boost dice on checks to resist cold environments,
Mm.
and removes 1 black imposed from cold environments and on perception checks. And it's also got 2 hard points, so he could stick a friggin' heating system in that too and be like even more toasty.
Toast.
Unless he already has something he wants to put on there.
Which, by the way, for everybody not named Aramaa, that is the I think. Actually, that depends on what armor Axe is using, but for those of you who may not have sensory mods, you may have to worry about also glare. if
Field
it's-
gun. Field gun is
yeah.
there for that. Protects
Yes.
the eyes from sand, wind, glare, etc. 5 credits.
Yeah, they're
Zero.
pretty cheap. You guys should probably load up on a few of those just in case, because again, everybody not Aramaa, you may have a problem with glare. Like that's a real thing. Snow.
Is that
Actually, yeah.
Snow
Is that
blind.
attachment?
No, that's a piece of gear. You could probably stick it on top of your helmet without me making too much of a fuss.
Or you can
It's-
probably pawn the lenses into your gear.
Yeah, it's a friggin' 5 credit piece of technology. I'm not gonna fight you about. You can't wear goggles over your clone helmet. No, you can put goggles on your goggles. It's okay.
I was thinking about like
As
Do I
someone
just
who
get
wears
some, like-
glasses, yes, that's something you can do because I've worn 3D glasses over my glasses.
it's annoying
it would,
sometimes.
It would
but
probably
works.
only be a concern if you guys were also trying to wear like hunter goggles on top of your field goggles on top of your helmet.
I was thinking of how to if the help for the Trailblazer Customs armor helmet doesn't have the enable like HUD system, I might need to actually like get hunter goggles interface into the helmet. Just to,
I mean, it'll have some elements because it's a
Yeah.
fully contained helmet, but it won't have any additional modifiers unless you add attachments or etc.
I might get like the
Because there
goggles to
is
put into-
I think it does take 1 hard point, but there is an in-helmet scanner.
I'm just trying to find the heating system on the. I found it.
Just Control F heating and armor.
Yeah. I found it.
Yeah.
Helmet comlink cost, yeah. Okay, yeah. So in-helmet scanner is
What was the name of the goggle thing?
They're just field goggles.
Field
Okay, yeah,
goggles.
I just found it. God damn it! As soon as I asked.
That's how it'd be.
Yeah, let me open the gear list because it's like I might just grab that helmet or those like certain goggles put on to like because remove with like the perception blacks.
And the E0.
I think I'm at a list gathered up in like 2 minutes. We're good.
I'm good.
I believe you guys already own a fusion lantern, right?
Yes, I
Yeah.
have one.
Yes.
It's great. I love it.
Yeah, that provides you with light and so that will be pretty useful. Oh, that's right. You guys were talking about transport. Don't let me forget that.
Yes.
So like you could probably arrange, especially because you guys technically you guys like commissioned Sarah Mobile like outright. So while it is a military asset, you guys are like wholly in charge of it. You could probably take it with you, but like I said, that would lead to very complicated trips. It is a big, heavy-ass piece of technology, right?
Mhm.
And that would be a huge pain in the dick if you accidentally went nose first into an icy ocean.
Oof.
Like I know it's cool. I don't know if that's worth the risk to you guys because that would be a huge clusterfuck to unfuck. There are a couple of other vehicles you can do. Like technically, you could probably like, again, because it's remanded your command, you could probably like hop on the Redeemer and ride it close. It's a big bulky ship. It doesn't have to worry about like high winds or cold temperatures, but you would probably not be able to fly directly to the target because as a big stonking ship, it is more vulnerable to magnetic and ionic disruption.
Oh, terrifying.
Also,
But you could use that to hitch a ride to the appropriate region. So because Soheliv does have sub-zero temperatures, you do have access to some CK6 swoops. Also sometimes called Freeco bikes for freezing cold. So these are broad arrowhead type military bikes. I can actually pull up an image. But they are fully winterized. Look like these.
Sweet.
So like they're
Neato.
fully winterized with a little bubble cockpit, you know. They are designed to work in cold temperatures, so they're properly insulated from everything. And you've got a few on there. They're lightly armed. This will be in your vehicle list, by the way. They're lightly armed. They're pretty mobile. You should be able to avoid any major storm fronts, and worst comes to worst, they're small and compact enough you can probably just power them down and park them. Because they are ruggedized for, you know, much colder operations.
Mm-hmm.
Quick question: are they one person or can?
No,
you
that
have
totally looks
pass-
like a one-person thing right there.
I mean, you can look on the list.
Actually, oh yeah. Do they have an encumbrance on them? They have encumbrance on them.
I mean, they would.
They better.
Scroll.
No.
C6.
It's what?
Crew 1 pilot, passengers 1, encumbrance capacity 5.
Okay, good, because I just recalling the fact I've got no pilot skills.
I was about to notice something with like Loth. We might need to go
They're
for like
still 2, speed 2, no handling, no defense, no armor, 2 hull threshold. So they're pretty squishy, but they are explicitly designed to operate in cold temperatures and would be a fairly rugged and fast way of moving around. You just have to like yell at somebody to loan them to you really quick.
I've noticed
that won't be hard though because they are almost completely not in demand on Soheliv otherwise.
Yeah. So
Like literally the only reason why you probably have like somewhere between like 5 or 6, maybe a full dozen somewhere, is because probably on a tactical report somebody was like, there's sub-zero temperatures on this planet. Let's make sure to stock them with, you know, a couple of sub-zero bikes just in case.
I'm thinking considering since Loth is out of encumbrance, we might need to go through the list of encumbrance adding items.
No, he just carries too much stuff.
Yeah, this is with encumbrance adding items. Axe. I have a bandolier and a military modular backpack.
I have more than just that, but that's fair.
Oh my god, Axe, you literally do not know when to shut up.
It's fine. I don't need to min-max my encumbrance.
Anyway, this is why I'm asking about the.
Yeah,
I also know that Boots has more than that because I would not have let him go without a low-bearing harness and a fucking belt.
Yes,
belt.
I'm also carrying 2 weapons. Remember, wife number 8 has encumbrance 5.
Well, Axe is also carrying like 3 different weapons.
I'm carrying because all of my weight is the gun, the rifle, and the sword.
I mean, the thing is that I believe the issue is that Axe is only carrying Camo, rather specifically, is only carrying his multitude of multiform weapons, which is not a bad idea because
The
sometimes you need
jetpack,
different
the
stuff.
multi-tool,
Okay, you
and
got a jetpack, all right.
the jetpack, the multi-tool, and the demolition bag, which I could probably keep back if we don't need it.
Well, you never know when you might need to blow something up.
Well, yeah. So that was a question earlier because you guys were talking about, do we need a thermal cutter? You have lightsabers. You probably don't need a thermal cutter.
It was more of like if we were in separate areas, we need to just like start cutting through ice. But yeah.
Not getting
But
worried
you
about
might
getting
just use some-
separated again.
I do want to, when you're planning your logistics, though, I do want to say that because of, like, Dr. Hubbard is like, yeah, I'm not going to go out on an Arctic expedition in the middle of nowhere.
Screw you
Like,
guys.
if you find something, call me, but, like, I really don't want to go mountaineering in the middle of a blizzard. Wait, if there's some science to do, show me some pictures. But she does want to give you some assistance, so she has a conversation and does talk to Europa to send her out with you again, because she can do that. So she will gear up and can come with you, and she has stats now. That's great.
Yeah, I'll take my roper on my bike. Yeah.
Oh, wait, does that mean Webu's riding solo?
What?
Well, assuming you take 3 bikes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll have Aramaa drive 1, I guess. Probably. Hold on, let me double check.
Thanks,
Pretty
Force.
sure Europa does not have. No, she does not have pilots. She has a variety of other skills you may find useful, but not piloting.
Oh wait, no, Skirk. Oh wait, yeah, Skirk will go. I mean, yeah, no, Skirk is totally going.
Yeah. I mean, she might want to make sure to bundle up, but yes,
Actually, I
Skirt can ride shotgun with Wevu.
Sweet.
And then
Who's riding with
Camo can drive
shotgun?
boots. And you'll take 3. You'll have a
Who's
party of
riding-
6.
Okay.
Skirk. But yeah, I should.
What
probably-
do you want?
Skirk on me.
Well, hold on. Here's the thing, Webu. Who do you want to have shotgun with you? Me or Skir?
That's true. You could pick boots.
Do you want to pick me?
Keeping in
I
mind that usually Skirk is quite stoic.
Yes.
Yes. Let's be honest here. Do you want a quiet ride or a loud ride?
Honestly, actually, I might see about gearing up Skirk a little bit here. Hang on.
Honestly, yeah. I mean,
Like,
They
Skirk's a survivalist. She can probably figure out a way to insulate herself on her own. But if you want to get her some extra toys, you can certainly do that out of your own budget. Sorry, Marth,
I
what were you saying?
think probably go with Skirk just in case I somehow get separated. Does Skirk have survival?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, good.
I see. Everyone chooses the lizard over me.
You can't go wrong with Big Booty Lose a girlfriend.
I'm not arguing that, but
Besides, Webu just needs her stoke time.
She wants to think. Just. Yeah, no. Skirk has.
why do you think I offered that in such a way, like the wording? I knew Skirk was going to be chosen.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, that was the default. There wasn't even a
Yeah.
choice.
There wasn't even an argument. It's all choice.
Yeah, no. Skirk has survival 2, Forger, Outdoorsman 2, and Swift. Now you'd be
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
actually
actually,
the thing.
Outdoorsman 2 is what, like 2 environmental black dice anyway.
Yeah.
I have that
Yeah,
as well. Actually.
she can assemble clothes for herself and like rustle up a thermal blanket or something, so she doesn't have to worry about wind chill. She will be fine otherwise.
So basically, she just took her hunter outfit, added some fucking layers to it, and reattached the things on top of it.
yes, this is her her winter skin.
Mhm.
There's a very definitely real BT Dubs fur trim now, and that's it. And maybe a little hunter's flap cap. Got some lizard snow goggles.
Perf. All right, then I'll leave her. I'll leave her alone.
Okay.
Skirk knows Skirk best.
Actually, there's a thing here.
okay.
I have Outdoorsman 2. Does that apply to like? I assume that's apply to low light, but does it the cold?
That would also apply to the cold. Yeah. You might not. You also might not even need the heating system if you don't.
Yeah,
because
because I might just get the scanner interface then,
Oof.
Okay.
which actually has general purpose scanner interface stuff in it there, so I actually have like motion
Yeah.
data and stuff like that.
So for herself, by the way, just so you don't know, you don't have to worry about her. Europa will be bundling in some insulated robes because we've seen Jedi in the field in snow before. So She's got her own cold outfit she can rustle up. She's got snow goggles, a Jedi utility belt, a fusion lantern of her own.
Cool.
And is carrying a survival knife for self-protection.
As a thing, does outdoorsman as an environmental effect, and I think what it's specify as train or manage environmental effects. I assume does not apply to like low light and stuff like that. That's something else.
Yes, that would not apply to concealment, basically.
Okay.
Because concealment is like you could technically it is a quote unquote environment effect, but concealment has to do with it's specifically called concealment, and it has to do with your ability to perceive, because it could be fog, smoke, darkness, etc.
Okay, because a lot of items are mostly like they only remove it for ranged things, which is like I was trying to find something that just removes it for like looking at things. So.
Yeah, there are. I mean, there's a couple. Normally, you remove concealment with like lights and stuff.
Gotcha.
I did do a homebrew helmet side flashlight that I think is like HP 0, but you're a stealthman. I don't know if you want to do that.
I'm sorry. I'm giggling to myself about something.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm probably just gonna. I'm probably gonna do the heating system because I probably have outdoorsman, so I'll probably get the in-helmet scanner, and the one thing I was thinking of.
Yeah.
And then probably get maybe sporting micro binoculars as like just layered on top.
So funny enough, you bring that up. I was actually gonna bring up like camping supplies.
Yeah, we probably wanted.
Because let's see, what's your speed on these things? 2?
Yeah.
What is the speed of yonder Sierra Mobile? I believe it's like 1. No, it's speed 3. Holy shit. Okay. Fuck.
I mean, we're probably still gonna be
At 2 maybe.
Well, yeah. So actually, that is a good question. Are you gonna you're okay with just the swoops, right?
at this moment. Yeah. I think it's.
I mean, like I said, you can probably use Sierra Mobile to actually like drive you to the north edge of this continent.
Yeah, at least make it.
And then leave that way.
Oh,
just to have
actually,
an easier ride.
hang on. I'm
but-
pretty sure the fucking mobile lets us carry some swoops. I just gotta. What is?
She had the space bar, yeah. Because I know we put some like hover tanks in there.
No, we didn't. But
No, they rode parallel. It does not appear to have a vehicle complement.
God damn it.
But you have like 200 encumbrance capacity. You could easily like fold them up and it. So the rules are not clear on how this works, but you can apply a little bit of logic. You have encumbrance capacity for fucking 200. These things like carry like 5 encumbrance themselves and are only SIL 2, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can like fold them up and store them. You cannot do like a combat deployment of them, like if you had an actual like vehicle complement capacity on the Juggernaut, but you can throw them in storage racks and then unpack them later. So you can take them with you. So you can deploy them. Especially because they are quote unquote vital mission equipment. I don't even think I need to make you roll to get the swoops. Literally nobody is using them. You're only taking 3. So it's not like you're breaking all of them if you fuck up.
Okay. Yeah, but we'll take 3 swoops. Let's grab 2 of these plasteel tents because they're made for cold weather.
Yeah.
Let's see. Food, water. We're probably gonna want like how.
You've got. Okay. So the thing about salt water is that it's not prone to freezing. It has a lower freezing point.
Yeah.
So a lot of the ice you find will probably actually be fresh water.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Is there a specific, besides the ice cutter, is there a specific piece of gear that like lets you melt ice for pure water?
There's the.
If not,
wait,
you can probably with a survival check. You can probably do that with your fusion lanterns.
I was actually gonna say the fucking because I was actually just looking at it. Where'd it go? It's part of the food prep. It's the camp stove, the compact multi-purpose camp stove for survival purposes.
I mean, that's mostly meant for cooking, but you could probably like also just melt ice on it.
What else do we got here? We have a field kitchen. Cooking and utensil sense with built-in manual sets in 30 minutes. Add 2 blues to survival and education kits to prepare or store consumables. I think that might be it.
Let's see, there's a condenser unit, which condenses enough water, survival kit, the canteens, water purifier, and then a large water purifier. Honestly, yeah, like you could probably jury rig something with a check, but you can. I will say that because it doesn't explicitly say how the water purifier works, you can just buy at least one water purifier.
10 minutes.
Right.
Yeah, okay. So let's grab. Let me write a list here.
And remember that each bike has 5 encumbrance capacity, so you've basically got 15 spare storage.
So 2 plastic tents. Like I said, we can go 3 apiece, and that means everyone can have a little bit of wiggle room. We won't have to be nut to butt.
Right.
1 water purifier. Let's see here. Everyone has their lovely.
Yeah, everybody's got their canteen.
Everyone got their canteen.
Yeah.
Food. We can carry food, but do you guys want to particularly hunt at all? Skirk says yes.
There is hunting. There are
Yeah.
fishers and hunters who are out there.
So
Remember this is wilderness subsistence living.
I just imagine Aramaa looks at Boots is fishing and then just gets dragged into the water by that ice fish.
it's just one of the things, but who was fishing who?
Yeah, essentially.
The fisher of men.
Boots gets dragged and it's like, no, not again!
Let's see here. Because honestly, as much as I like real talk, I feel like we should probably bring emergency rations, but goddamn, they are no substitute for fucking meat and veg.
Yeah, we should probably have like 2 of those.
Oh
just in
fuck
case.
yeah! We're gonna grab a fuck ton of fire paste too. Jesus.
Yeah, fuck
Yeah,
that.
I was
Like,
gonna say
just buy,
fire
like,
paste.
just buy a box of that.
But do you actually? This is a good question because they are E0. Do you guys already have some ration packs stocked up?
Oh yeah, we totally do.
Okay.
Let's fuck it. Let's bring E1 of fire paste and E1 of ration packs.
It's like a box of them, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's right.
a
I
crate,
still have
so that's
from when we went on the last field trip, Boots still has like a week of rations.
I know. We're just throwing this into an E1
Yeah.
pile of
I believe if it matters, the usual translation is 10 E0 items become E1.
yeah.
What's
So-
going to happen is Camo, Boots, and Wevuguk will be sitting in that tent and just be playing like poker and betting the rations.
Don't bet your rations.
Well, actually, so this is. I believe what we're going for is Aramaa says that every bike is going to carry their own tent.
Yeah.
That means
Try
you
to
have that means you basically have redundant tents because you can.
Yeah, actually, yeah. Let's just go with 3 plastic tents just in case. Again, just in case something weird happens and we get separated.
separation.
Yeah.
Because you can that way you have a spare tent basically, and otherwise you have comfort.
Yes.
And if things come neat, we could also probably use the tent for something else if something really calls for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can probably use it for other petitions.
Let me
You've got
double check. Plasteel tents. Are...
1 water purifier.
Oh, plastent. Excuse me.
Yeah,
Keep-
plastic. Like I said, you can probably get by with 1 singular water purifier, just so long as you guys are okay with stopping for 10 minutes to make a day's worth of drinking water.
We
You
have
enough.
we have self-purifying
Yes.
canteens. So
Yeah, I know, but still, like.
Yeah,
Well,
but
yeah, this is just what I'm just saying is that fluff-wise, because the purifier does not talk about how it works on water, I will say that it will take ice or snow and melt it into clean
yeah,
water.
yeah,
too.
Well, that
that's
puts us
yeah,
at
that's just
that puts us
canteens
at
for
9.
ourselves.
I mean for ourselves. Yeah, I wasn't saying we need like more than 1.
Puts us
No,
at
yeah,
9.
you just need a device to make the water from ice. You can carry all the water yourselves in your canteens. If you're gonna take E1 worth of ration packs, that's basically 10 meals worth of food.
Mm-hmm. That should last us a couple days. I said we'll probably supplement ourselves with actual fucking hunting. Skirk will probably have a field fucking day.
I could probably provide
actually,
assistance.
speaking of
Well.
which,
Stuffing any substance burns for banana. So you've got 10 hours of fire paste.
we could probably maybe make some torches or something.
Actually, this is a good point because I was talking about local communities, right? You're
Yeah.
talking about stuff like that. Hey, guess what? They don't have banks up there.
Oh.
You're probably looking at a barter economy,
Mm.
trading goods or services.
Well, actually, shoot, that probably means we might want to do some hunting on the way in. I mean, people like having food stores.
Mhm.
Probably be the easiest. So actually, no, we can't take a full filled kitchen. That's full E5 unless someone wants to fucking carry that. I think I will buy Skirk a fucking field dressing kit, and she will just carry that.
Yeah, she should have the.
It's E3.
Yeah.
Well, actually, yeah, let me double check what Skirk got going on for encumbrance. She doesn't carry a lot.
No, she's just carrying, I think, mostly her rifle and her armor, which should all be covered by her wearing it. I think she might have some electrobinocs.
Skirk. What do you have? Skirk has her hunter's armor, her Model 38 sharpshooter, and a knife. Let's see, she's
Yeah, I think that's depending on how bulky that gun is. That'll be like E4 or 5, right? She's got a knife which is E1, so she probably has like.
Let me pull up the fucking weapons list here.
Like I don't know, like. God, it's been so long since I've played this game. How do you calculate your encumbrance threshold again? What's the default? Is it 5 plus brawn?
I believe it's 5 plus brawn.
Yeah, 5 plus brawn.
What's her brawn?
3.
Yeah, so she would have like 8.
Honestly, shit. The more I think about it, if I wanted to carry some survival stuff, I should probably get her a couple things. Let's get her a
I mean, yeah, if you want her to be able to provide specific technical assistance besides just her skill set.
Yeah, like basically, I want her to actually be the hunter and prepare food and whatnot. So, I will.
Me and Axe know all about this. We have 2 halves of a ranger. We never have to eat dungeon rations again.
yeah.
You know, Axe, are you gonna carry a fucking field dressing knives and maybe a stove?
I think
Mr. I've got
I might have like I have 3 open encumbrance right now.
So
But I
probably
You
could
could carry the field dressing kit. No, I'm making a joke about our D&D game where we have 2 characters who each call themselves half a ranger because we have a barbarian and we have a rogue sork who has a ranger feat. So
also as a cook.
we have
Powers
we have
combined.
2 half rangers who allow us to eat indefinitely.
I keep clicking on weird stuff. Lucky, stop. Okay. All right. So field dressing kit. That's gonna be that. Because honestly, I've always kind of wanted to do a bit of hunting in the game and catch our own food and survive and stuff. We just never really had a big need for it. Usually we're like, nah, we got ration packs. I'm like, no more ration packs. We will eat actual goddamn food. God damn it. Let's see here.
You can only
Also, hey,
sit
Lucky,
in
I found a
podcast
gift you need.
So long.
Oh,
Oh yeah.
Peacock, peahen lady.
I am adding that.
Whoop. Lucky has started that. I will delete it.
No, don't worry. Earlier today, when we were talking about frogs, I found this. If you're looking for weird gifts.
So
And yeah, let's get our just a food prep station, portable food cooking device.
Just imagine that, like, the friendly frog whale was just like, yeah, I'm friendly because you don't want to fuck with me.
With that, like, it's not the fucking full field kitchen, but with that and the knife, she'll be able to, like, strip meat, cook meat, like maybe store meat. Be good.
Yeah.
Be good. Maybe save furs.
yeah, the food prep station is basically. And actually, hold on, I can actually probably look up what its description is. Now that I remember that I have a working wiki that contains a lot of description and stuff.
Let's get her low bearing harness and a fucking backpack too. You need a backpack, girl. Wear a backpack. Everyone, they're in vogue right now.
Oh, okay, yeah. So the description is very short. It's basically just a hot plate. It's a hot plate in some utensil space, I think.
Yeah. So that would go in the fucking. Yeah. Okay. So yeah. So I'm gonna get Skirk a field dressing kit, a fruit prep station, And then she'll probably wear the fucking field dressing knives stuff on the harness and put the fucking prep station in the backpack. Perfect.
What about second breakfast?
What?
11's is afternoon tea.
Oh, that's what you said.
I probably came out mumbled. I was a bit away from my mic.
A wee bit. Let's see.
That is the description of the field dressing kit. So it's full of scary implements she can use to field dress. Yay.
I mean, it seems right up Skirk's alley.
Yeah.
No, it's useful. It's good. All right.
All right, so I'm copy pasting some
By the way, those of you, because I believe that Wevu still wanted to pick up a cyclic array and Camo wanted to pick up at least one armor mod, also that Intel 2 box again. You guys should probably make sure to.
Probably don't need to get the intelligent toolbox.
Okay, but
I just want
your
the support system in
non-winter survival purchases, you may also want to go back and double check your numbers and make sure you got those handy, because we're getting ready to do the big shop.
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll have that ready right now.
Who needs a body glove? Who wants a body glove?
I think only you, because Wevu already has a thermal cloak and is wearing a sealed flight suit.
Yeah. Okay, so I'll put that on my own personal purchases then. Probably go
I
with
just decided.
Boots
to
is just
get
taking the clone armor, the clone snow armor.
Yeah, boy.
I just decided
Don't-
to get the.
don't you mean
Hughes
snow
summoned
boy?
armor.
I can pun with the best of them.
Yep. You're right. Fuck.
Body glove, body glove, body glove.
Found it. Removes.
That is in weapons. I am not gonna find a body glove in a weapon.
Correct.
Everyone's
does it look like this now?
acted
Did
up.
I
You look-
fucking?
just looks like a basic bitch.
What did I? What? Oh, I apologize
Found
to
it.
Omega because I think I just accidentally did a fucking edit thing, and I can't
Oh.
take it
Hold on, let's open my mail.
back. Sometimes I.
I might have accidentally like marked something there, but if it's you left it your suggestions, you're usually fine.
It may or may not give me a little alert.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out later.
Did you make an edit in the armor list?
No. It was in the gear list. But oh yeah, fire paste.
It's either by the anonymous Wolverine or the anonymous Coyote.
So Loth, you're an anonymous gopher right now then.
Yeah, let's go for
Oh,
it.
I am?
I'm the Wolverine, I guess.
Because I can see all three.
Or some people, or some outlets say Coyote.
Huh? What?
Yeah, you do not pronounce that as coyote. It's either
I've fucking
coyote or coyote. You don't actually
yeah.
say the
There was someone I watch on YouTube who says it that way, and it's just so weird every time.
seems
Oh, that
Interesting.
reminds me of the friggin' history of Yu-Gi-Oh! And progression series guys. Hane.
Oh god.
It's
Yeah.
definitely Hane, guys. Definitely.
I think BT does it on purpose just to fuck with people.
Possibly.
The other two, I think they're just kind of dumb about it.
Then again, I get this every day when we like compare English and then proper English, quote unquote, and American spelling. It's like there's a U there. There's a U in armor.
We just ditch all your extra vowels.
I know.
All right, so
That
Uh,
can't, though I know that has occasionally made it weird for you to control F stuff, because
Yes, it has.
all right, so survival gear. I'm doing math right now as I prep because I'm gonna do all our survival gear as one big roll. So
Go ahead. I imagine that
there was a little suggestion. I got rid of it. That's when you copied load-bearing harness.
Yeah, that was me. My bad. All right, so let's see here. 1,200 for. Wait, no, 6. Fuck, I'll take this out the group funds. Why not? Honestly, we should probably make. If we need to make some huge banks so we can retop up these group funds. I'm realizing.
So you
Yep.
need an excuse for money, huh? Keep that in
Yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
Like we need to go find some separatist storehouse and raid it.
Or, just find like a cache of jewels or gems or.
I'll
something.
figure out something.
He'll figure out something, but like I said, group
Because
funds.
I've got there will be. Actually, I haven't mentioned this on mic or into the group directly. So after Polar Vault, there will be at least one more cycle of different adventures you can pick before the big finale. We're going to take out the Separatist base.
at least.
Okay.
Yeah.
which will probably be a long, drawn-out thing. So
Yeah.
I've got a couple different options. I know some of them for sure, which will come up after this, and I've got a couple that are flexible. So, like one of them, I think I will actually, because we talked about it last week. Actually, like do like a little gala event thing, and we'll do an interesting, weird social thing, and maybe it'll turn into Die Hard. But that reminded me of another thing I wanted to say, which was I talked with Lucky about this on What's Up. If you guys are okay, and maybe some other scrubs we know, because Lucky and I are both having that cyberpunk itch, taking a break after Polar Vault, especially to give me time to write those, and maybe do like a very, very short run of the Sprawl, which is a powered by the apocalypse cyberpunk RPG.
Like do like 1 or 2 jobs and something like that. Yeah.
I remember.
Probably like one job over a couple sessions, or maybe
I just remember something being set up for that, but nothing happening.
That was me.
yeah.
That was me.
Yeah.
Depending as it goes, you can usually do-
Lucky volunteered to run one, and you and I both made characters for that, Marth, but we did not play. I think it's because we got into Mages of War instead.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I know
It
from
was
the-
either that or we tried to start and failed to start a Knights Black Agents campaign. It was one of those 2 games.
I'm always
Oh
curious
yeah,
about
Nice Black Agent only. I think we only did like 2 sessions of that.
No, I think we only did one because I only have 1 AP recorded.
Oh yeah, only
I also-
one.
I still have all my notes, by the way, but that's a question for different. So yeah, Axe, you were saying about the Sprawl?
For the Sprawl, I know you can. I've seen a lot of it. I've seen a lot of it played like a few years ago, where it's like, but that depends. Like most Play by Apocalypse, Powered by the Apocalypse games, the person running it, it depends on how much they want to make the players suffer or suffer consequences for every action.
What are you talking about? The players make their own suffering.
Well,
Yeah,
I'm saying
yeah,
like, I've used
like,
runners where like they make everything come back later to hurt you 3 times over.
I mean, technically, yes, that is how that works, but you're only supposed to do moves as failures or when nobody is doing nothing. So, like, this is the thing. A lot of people don't actually understand how the fucking Powered by the Apocalypse works. And I don't want to say I understand perfectly either, but I've done it enough to get the general flow of, like, you only do moves when either when a player fucks up and you do a hard move as an immediate response, or just in general, you do a soft move as, like, oh, gee, you guys are standing around. Stuff is happening.
Part of it is like I think comes up when a GM makes too many clocks and it makes like 5 happens and the players don't know about it existing at all. So things just go bad.
I really don't think there should be that
The
many.
way you phrased that earlier, Ax, I thought it was going to end up something similar to like the Walking Dead Season 1 game by Telltale, where it's like, hey, remember this thing that happened ages ago? It's back.
An example.
Well, yeah, there are different.
I can give, but it's not.
There are clocks are a function of Powered by the Apocalypse games. Lucky, by the way, you can stop me at any time when you're done with math.
No, that's fine. I'm working
But
on stuff.
I know that for sure there are 2 clocks that are required by Sprawl: the legwork clock and the action clock.
Yeah. But those are like player controlled.
Well, yeah, they're controlled by you guys doing stuff. So
I'm just used
I
to
don't
a
actually
lot
know
of.
if you'd want to.
There's a lot
if
of
you're
like.
doing campaigns, you'd set up a lot of stuff. I don't know. This might just be some people coming off like the classic cyberpunk RPG or Shadowrun, where that is absolutely a trope of those games, is that like at the end everything you did wrong comes back to fuck you. But I don't know.
I'm more
Right.
used to certain people who run it where they're used to playing Powered by Apocalypse long-term things where like there's at least like 5 clocks that the players have no idea
Oh,
to
that's
know
true,
actually
actually.
real.
Yeah, I mean, I've run long-term Powered by the Apocalypse games, not with like 5 clocks, but
It's usually because each different character had their own like areas of the story happening.
This
So
is
like there were just
expensive.
like things according to
oh,
them.
that's a good thing to show. Yeah, I'm just thinking like, to me, I'm like, okay, maybe they're not running it wrong, but I think that the GM is definitely shooting himself in the foot there.
It
Like,
does because it ends with them literally having an apocalypse scenario, which leads to the other campaign they did previously.
I mean, if you're setting up something you established already,
more-
that's
it's
a little bit
unfortunately
different,
like
but that seems a little excessive. I'm just thinking that
Looked
like
up that way.
with like the way I ran like my Apocalypse World setting, which Marth was in actually, he was in
Yeah.
two seasons of that. The way I did that was I usually made the long-term clocks completely unrelated to the not unrelated, but they were like related to big long-term fronts, and then the player-made fronts and things were usually related to their stories, but were not on a ticking clock because that was would have been annoying if I did like 4 PCs all with their own clocks.
I
Like
think
they
I
had their
could-
own subplots, but it was not necessarily an ongoing thing.
I think I could find the old AP videos of those campaigns I'm talking about, for example. but
Anyway,
they're probably not good.
Is everybody assembled of their math?
I'm working on. I'm
I
almost
need-
done.
I-
I'm
like,
almost
still
done with
working
the
on it.
with Skirk's gear and the survival gear. I just need
Okay.
to figure out my top
So,
priority. There it is.
because Lucky's about to make some negotiation rolls to buy some stuff.
Mhm.
Yep.
Marth, Axe, you may want to dig back up your price and rarity points for the stuff you want as well, since I
Yeah, I'm getting it.
assume your party budget, your fixer, will be ready to dole out your goods.
Yeah, I'm gonna multiply
still
for the physiological support system. I'm gonna double the clone price because, of course.
Yes, that would be it, because it's.
Yep.
Actually, that's a very good question. Should you even double the price? That's a bit of cloning.
Yeah, because we'd be getting it just from the base.
Yeah,
What is
actually,
the rarity?
honestly, like you should probably still do the rarity bump for the roll.
Okay.
But I would say the actual cost bump is not
Alright, just
required
harder to get,
because
yeah.
you would be. That's one of those weird cases where, like, wait a minute, doubling the price doesn't make any sense. It might be harder for you to find this item, but the actual unit cost of like installing it and prepping it is not different because everything's on a military budget.
I forgot. Do
Yeah.
we double the price of material components?
Yeah.
For crafting?
For crafting.
Yeah, I believe technically
Yeah.
everything
Okay,
is
okay.
rare unless you,
Okay.
unless you are like if you were going out and gathering materials via survival, no, that would not be increased.
Okay.
But you probably
Oh, okay, I
won't
didn't know
'cause
that.
you're
I guess I
getting weird stuff.
have like a bunch of money I should have been capable of.
Quick thing,
No,
I just want to.
like for some of the armors you have been building, you still need like advanced composites and shit.
I more meant like if I was going to like do like mod attachments to attach like the mod bits to attachments, like there's 100 base for that, and I add extra 100 for that.
Well, that doesn't have a rarity though, is the thing.
Oh,
Mod
okay.
costs. Yeah, so that's fine. That's
So
just
this-
you pay
so that-
money
yeah,
and get stuff.
That makes my total
It's a
thing
little
there.
weird.
Yeah,
The
quick thing.
thing is that components for crafting, those have a rarity value. You need to roll to find the parts you need. So that has rarity modifiers, and that in turn has cost modifiers. Buying mods for attachments is just straight up. It's a little weird, but I understand the balance, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. Quick thing, Omega. I just want to say thank you so much for that image edit because it just feels so fitting for a
Well,
long
yeah,
situation.
no, that's what happened when I think it was Leert originally posted it, and I was just like, wait a minute, hold on, I know this situation.
Yeah.
I don't remember. I
I'm
don't
gonna
remember.
be fucking broke again. Well, unless I get some sweet rolls. Sweet rolls.
Boots can lend you some money.
No, I ain't
I
borrowing
can
money
cover
from you.
you.
Fuck you.
Exactly. That's why I said it.
I'm paying
Okay.
for
This is
the
why
mod.
you
If
get punched
people feel
occasionally.
like they need a little bit of cash, I can definitely keep that in mind.
I mean,
Like I said,
is why you
I,
like I said, for some odd,
I-
for some odd reason, I keep going down this fucking alchemy crafting hole, and I'm just like, I don't know why I'm doing this, but I like
Yeah.
doing it. Oh yeah,
I
I know,
went-
I know, I like
well,
doing
I
this. I like
have a
making
double lightsaber that I'm working towards, which
I
has
went on the
times
armor.
for everything.
stuff. It's expensive.
It's true. You do have a lot of costs and increases
I can
involved.
just give you
Okay,
money.
No,
I have so
we'll,
much
we'll
money.
figure it out. We'll figure it out.
I'm not taking
I'll,
all.
I'll come up with something. Especially, like I said, since I think everybody seemed okay with
Yeah.
the sprawl plan, and
Oh yeah,
I'll
I got a good
circulate
question. I don't think Superior can be combined with Extended since they're both hill things.
I think superior is just
no.
a-
You can put superior on anything.
Yeah, no,
Okay,
superior
so
is the whole
that's
thing.
gonna be
Superior customization
20,000.
is just
It requires
you have
20
high
total.
quality.
So
yeah.
that would be 20,000 for that.
All right,
It's
so
10
I've
Well,
put
yeah,
together-
well, he's talking about
Armor.
doubling. Superior is actually kind of a thing, though, because superior is really fucking good.
For armor, it's actually only.
Yeah,
5
I'm
hits with
thinking
10
about
hits.
Superior because it gives me that one advantage to help me with length.
All right. Well, anyway, I have assembled my math for Aramaa's personal purchases and the survival / skirk purchases. Let me roll. Oh wait. Marth already got his out, so I guess I'll do his
He's
first.
figured it out. I actually got his. And just to clarify, because Boots has just been talking in the background, you do not require any additional gear, right, Boots? You're just gonna throw on your clone armor and be good.
I'm throwing on the clone armor and getting the field goggles, really. So,
Okay.
not
mean,
much for me.
Those are what rare. What,
As-
like 0 normally?
I'm pretty
Bob said
sure we just
Already
have a box said free field goggles. Take one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like honestly, at this point with your budget, so long as Lucky can make a negotiation roll, period, I don't think you guys need to actually like pay or struggle with finding the field goggles.
Yeah.
Okay,
Let's
so I'll
see.
just
0,
cross that
2,
thing out.
3,
Yeah, I'm just
4,
saying that's
5.
like I
But
said.
it's
That's,
funny how nearly every time we go on a field expedition, everyone's like, "We need to buy this, we need to buy that." Boots is like, I'll manage."
well, you've got a pretty decent build. So, whomst was this for?
This is for Wevu. That's 3 success. 3 advantage. Sure, why not? Well, actually, does advantage really ever do anything in this situation?
I mean, you can get some extra shit, but
Yeah, what's
Whoever's
around
just
rarity 5 or
getting-
less?
Actually, you know what? Let's go with just massive discounts. Let's just throw that all in success. You'll
So
get
that would be
25.
25%.
Yeah, get you a quarter off. You do your own math there, my dude.
Okay, that's just going to be 1,500.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right, and then Axe has not actually done math and just given me a bunch of lists.
Well, it looks like
Okay.
your highest rarity is 9 there, Chief.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to be 4,500, 4,900, 49, 5,400. Is that all of the rarity times 2 things?
Yes.
Close
Yeah,
I did all. I
yeah,
read
there
the
is.
So
Above-
5,400 and rarity 9.
to. All right, cool. Hang on one second here. Rarity 9.
I was
so that's-
just looking at it. 9, I
Together.
believe, should be 4 dice.
All right.
Because only 10 is 5 dice. But I'm like, wait, I was looking at this a second ago. There it is. Yes, 9 is daunting.
P, V, F. It's a lot of F.
It is a lot of fun.
Fuck it. We'll just slap it all into advance. You get 10% off. Do your own math.
I could do that. Yeah.
So, Boots, you say you're not getting anything. Whatever you're saying. Okay, so I will now purchase for Aramaa, which is going to be. Let me just copy paste that so people in chat can see. The body glove, and I want to remake my alchemist kit and gourd because I want them lighter. So that's rarity 6.
Armaa's shooting for that, what the fuck is that talent called? The thing that we're like, if your total items worn are like E2 or less, you have like extra soak or some other incredible bullshit.
Yeah,
Free movement or something.
Yeah.
well,
It's an aesthetic. It's really dumb, but
I know, but like I
Oh,
said,
yeah,
like I said, for some reason, I got on this alchemy kick, and I'm staying on it. But
well, it's very useful because it like lets you, especially with homebrewing, it lets you like prep stamina potions, lets you do a lot of interesting things. But
yeah.
I have a calculator here for reasons.
crafting is all growing pains.
5, 6, 7, 8. Wait. 0 is 1, 2. Then 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, so it is 6. So it is okay. Then and then I have to squint to see if that's actually 5 fucking. Oh, okay. I'm safe.
Yeah, you got a shitload of force. You're fine.
Yeah. Thank you, Force. No problem, bruh. Let's see here. I can get a 20. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep doing the same thing. Get a 20% discount.
Keep dumping it all in success for extra.
Yeah, because honestly, I need to try and save money where I can. So that becomes 32,800. Let me write that down real quick. Pardon. I will type this as shopping. In my fucking financial records. They're huge. And then this next purchase comes from the group fund. But this will be actually cheaper, even though it's more. Listen, specialist tools are expensive. It'll be this. Because we have fuck ton of rations. We can just be like, yeah, we got rations. We got rations today.
Yeah, that reminds me. Actually, is we had a question about the communicating.
Oh.
Oh, yeah.
Did you guys actually want to do anything with your various comms and stuff? Because we'll throw this out there. Helmet comm links are HP 0.
I did already equip mine.
Yeah,
already
you've
have
already got a built-in comm link, but
Oh, yeah.
I believe everybody else is just carrying around portable low-power comm links.
I have a helmet comm link.
Okay, all right. So you got a long-range comm link in your helmet.
I think I'll go for purchasing one of those. Then.
The cold assault armor comes with a built-in comm link.
Nice.
Okay, so
Just
boots is
base
fine.
comm link?
All right.
0, 1,
Yeah, I believe it's just basic.
Alright, just
The
a second.
helmet comm link is 200 rarity 0. No, rarity 1, but it becomes 3, 400.
So just an average.
I'll just purchase
Easy.
it straight up since it's only
You're welcome.
400.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's do an easy check, yeah.
You can find them. It's pretty common. All right, so that means you have a long-range comm link built in.
Yeah, let's negate that threat and add the success, so that'll be a 20% discount there. Let me punch that into the data pad.
So that's the extra shit for
Skirk and our survival gear. And I will subtract that from group funds.
your tents, your water purifier, your extra fire paste,
I don't think we necessarily need...
which in emergencies can probably double as a trade good.
Yes. So... Where did I... Oh, there it is. So 2224, so that's 13,585 minus 2224. That means we have 11,361 in the group funds.
And that's all the hard points in my thing. Just need to use these mod components to finish getting these out.
Alright, so not with that. Well, actually, now that I'm looking at it, we still have stuff we could just sell and hawk. But we'll worry about that when we get back. Because we still just have random guns and things. But, yeah. Alright, so... So we go down to the border pool. We're like, hey, give us those snow speeders. And like, you want snow speeders for what? And I'm like, we're going to the snow. And they're like, okay. You do you.
Oh, holy shit. This is like the first time that's ever mattered.
Mm-hmm.
I also do stack up on sting packs, so we should probably just go open the box. Yes.
We'll get Motorhead to give Sierra Mobile a once-over after a task.
All right. You wash it, wax it, detail it.
Mm-hmm. Like I said, you should make sure you keep up in regular maintenance of your vehicles. Take care of them. They will take care of you. Slap that on a poster somewhere. But we'll probably set on a few days because I want to. Well, I guess I can get crafting done on the way.
So
Wait, no.
let me pull up.
I have to use mechanics for these. No, I want to do this while we're still here.
Probably want me and my specialist kit to help you, like, just get basic.
Oh, actually, yeah. I mean, Wevu or
Wevu has
Camo
two.
could give you skilled assistance since they actually have mechanics.
And I think you could use my specialist toolkit with your things because it's not custom made to me.
Oh yeah, that'd be great. So with skilled assistance, what am I looking at? I have only 2 intelligence and no mechanics. So...
I have 2 mechanics.
I have 4 mechanics.
Well, I guess I will borrow Camo then. No offense, Wevu.
None taken.
Probably still help. But I think it's only last one people are only one person.
Yeah, she can give you a boost die for this too.
Yeah.
if you
I
wanna.
will totally take a boost die then.
And then you can probably use my toolkit, which means you get a base advantage in success.
Okay. I will not
Yeah,
say no
he's got those tools that are made. It's great.
So, that was a firework. Excuse me, it is like 4 days too early.
Yeah,
It is, really.
That doesn't stop anybody. Trust me, I have lived in Central Florida a long time. That does not stop anybody.
People get
There will be
people
times
get the illness.
It'll
be
be
times I'll-
June 30th. Fucking fireworks.
All right,
Yeah.
let me see here. So, I'm starting with my portable toolkits. I mean, my portable
I've just
alchemist kit.
heard fireworks is like 2 or 3 weeks before July 4th.
I don't know if you can actually picks up on mic though.
Not
It
really. We
does
just
pick
do like a thump. Like a
but
very
it
brief.
sounds like you just
Well, hang
dropped like a book on the floor.
Yeah, when you're speaking, Lucky, the background noise also pops up, but I don't think it actually does most of it.
Okay.
It's more like you're just dropping something nearby.
Yeah.
And
Just
then you
drop some
said
yellow
there's a
pages on
B,
the
and then
wall.
there is what is this? It's an asterisk. That's right. All right, so let's roll. Oh, okay.
Jeez. Oh,
That might
all
be-
that advantage.
That's a lot of advantage.
That's
I mean, this is on a
kind of
crafting check too, isn't it?
Yeah,
What is this
That's
for?
the dream.
and then this is the dream. All right,
This is-
so
Is this the one for combining all those data pads?
no.
No.
This is for. Oh yeah, that's right. It doesn't really fucking matter. But for gadget crafting, there's not actually a fucking lot.
No, but you rolled a lot of advantage. We can probably work with it if you've got some stuff you want to... You rolled a really good check. We can probably massage the rules if we need to.
Yeah, let's see, because basically, like, my first thing is I'm just making a simple tool. I'm making the portable alchemy kit. So I can do alchemy in the field.
Yeah, that's... What do they call that?
The simple tool.
Simple tool, yeah.
49.
Yeah, let's see here. Like,
You
the
can
only
still
thing...
make
Simple tool, general skill.
it compact. You can use
Gotcha.
lesson learned. You can add safety features, so you can make it where you add advantage to checks with the skill for it's used for.
I mean, I would, like... I guess safety features is a good 3-1. And I would like...
You also make it E0, or I guess you make it just E1.
No, it's
Dave.
it's a minimum E1, and we have the rule that the home rule that we have the fucking encumbrances. So
yeah.
anyway, so yeah, if I make it E1 and give it safety features for the automatic advantage, that is 4. That means I still have 3. Right.
If it's a simple
Yes.
tool, it would be 2. So you want to make it
Yeah,
1.
that's what I said.
Yeah,
Alright.
so you done 1. Okay, let's see.
You
You don't really bother with inbuilt weapon.
No.
You have 3 left. You could do. Let's see.
I mean, you could do compact with 2 of those.
It's just my fucking alchemy kit. I'm not that concerned about people finding it or not.
Efficient
You know,
construction.
let's just super improve for next time, and I will do fucking lessons learned and practice makes perfect. Cause
Okay. By the way, because you rolled 2 successes, this takes you about an hour, the minimum number, the literal minimum amount of time.
yeah. So that's that. So let me take this check again. It is actually. Where does my roll? There's the roll. I will now make my sweet ass alchemy gourd once again. This time with a new blue.
And an automatic. Actually, no. You already have the automatics for using my tools.
Yep. 3 and 3.
decent.
Shit. Yeah, no.
You could do safety features again to make.
Yeah,
it
no.
Still wait 4 though. Yeah.
It'd be wait 4. I would need 6 advantage to get what I want. That's
Well, what are you trying to do to figure it?
basically, I'm trying to get it to E1 and have safety features. That's 6 advantage. I could just go without safety
Well,
features.
so does your current version of the gourd have any of those features already?
Oh, yeah. My current gourd has safety features.
Okay. So, let's see. You've got, what, 3, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess you could
So
make
you
it.
could make it E1. I'm trying to remember what I said about stuff. In terms of, like, combining things. Is there anything you can do to, like, put them together?
I think you said we have to spend a triumph or something.
Also, wait.
Yeah, usually it's a
Technically,
triumph
you
to get
use
there.
that simple tool because the simple and specialist tools are separate slots for crafting. So you technically could have added another advantage if you use the thing you just made.
No,
No.
this is still a mechanics check.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, like the portable alchemist covers discipline, not mechanics.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's what's used for alchemy crafting.
Fair enough.
I mean, so I'll say this: I'm okay with a separate mechanics check. It'll still be the average difficulty.
Mhm.
You could combine the 2 specialist tools to get the features you want. You could basically move the safety features over to the lighter model.
Mhm.
Because I believe you paid for this twice outright, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically you've built 2 wholly separate, unconnected items. You could do another check to combine them.
I will do that. Then.
This takes you about 6 hours, I believe, because you got 2
would.
extra successes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that reduces the 10 hours by 4, so 6.
Okay, so one more.
You can make another average mechanics check to basically slap them together.
So average. Hit Control V again. Add a P. Okay. All right, now I still. Camo, do you want these extra tool bits? I don't think I'm gonna need them anymore.
Oh, sure.
I mean, so you can take 2 sets of simple tools and 2 sets of specialist tools. You can make some, I don't know.
So while we've been doing this, I've been slowly using a wiki to help me fix all my armor rarities. I'm also noting that several things have their hard points in question marks, where they've got two numbers, one of which is usually something ludicrous like 3 or 4, and I am just preferring to be like the one that's not 3 or 4. If it's like 1 or 2, I'm like, that makes much more sense.
Yeah.
Like, I just looked up the rarity for the stun matrix, and it's like, hard points used, 1 or 3, question mark. I'm like, well, I'm going to write down 1 for me personally.
So, is the are those special tools for discipline checks?
No. I just made like I made them for me. I'm giving you unspent
Offering to give you
unspent
components.
Yeah. So
Oh,
if you
okay.
wanted to make like some simple tools or specialist tools, you can.
All right, cool. I'll just mark that down. How many?
Two sets of
loads?
each, because I thought I was
Okay.
gonna. I forgot that
Gonna
you
need
could.
multiple sets.
I thought you. I forgot that you could help me.
Yeah, you forgot that this was a mechanics check, so you
Yeah.
could just get skilled assistance.
Yeah.
Of simple tool parts. I have because I already had like I think I had like 2 sets of specialist tool crafting kit parts laying around. I had like 2 of those. I had 2 of those already, so I have 4 of those now. So I guess I can make one for any maker check we all want.
And my portable alchemy kit has now gone to E1, and now it also has safety features. So that's 2 advantage. Yay. Which is actually super important now that I think about it for crafting. I just gotta worry about not getting a fuck ton of dark side points. Allows alchemy checks. Adds 1 advantage. Yay, advantage. So I got my body gloves. Skirt's got her gear. She has stuff so we can hunt. We have fire paste for trading, maybe. Maybe we can get some hunting. We're going to load up 3 bikes into Sierra Mobile. We're going to drive Sierra Mobile out to probably the outskirts of the ice shelf.
Yeah, you'll probably be going back up north to... Oh, shoot, what was it called? Because you've been in a northerly region.
Yeah, we went up there for the fucking,
The plantation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can't remember the name of the town.
I'll pull it up on the map. I got it. Or it'll be in the list somewhere, but it's fine.
Alright, so that gives me 3 more encumbrance to work with. Yay. I'm now back down to 12 out of 19. I like having space. Actually, how do I want to split things up? Do I just want to stick the fucking... Yeah, I think I will. So it'll be Plastil...
Barvale with 2 R's.
Ah.
Which is almost due north of Outpost Soheliv.
Yeah,
So yeah, you'll go way up into the moors, the foggy, cool place, and then you'll... When you hit an ocean, you'll stop.
Alright, so I think, so with 3 Plastil tents, 1 water purifier, 10 paste, 10 rations, and a fusion lantern, we have hit 14 out of 15 encumbrance for the bikes.
All right.
Okay.
If you guys want to think about who's got what in what bike, you guys can. I'm not in case, but otherwise I don't think it's a.
If we get split up, we will decide, I guess.
We'll figure that.
I will say immediately though, every bike has a can only carry 1 tent, but you know every bike will at least have a tent in it. Super important, just in case.
Yeah.
Hate to be that guy, but I'm not sure how tight people are. But you all want to call it after all this logistics and.
Yeah, I was thinking we probably would. We've gone for almost 3 hours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just like start.
Yeah, we can. Next time we can start cleanly going to the place doing the thing. Like I was wondering if maybe we do like rolls to get there, but I think it's pretty simple to just you get in Sierra Mobile, you'll drive until you hit, like I said, you hit an ocean or like a small short channel, and you can see frozen tundra on the other side.
I had all these mod parts I wanted to see. How long does it take to just do to like mod an attachment?
I think it's like an hour tops. It's not very long.
It's like a vague. It's vague and they describe it in the.
Yeah, like I don't think I don't think it takes a long time.
It just has a couple of hours.
Comparing to my rough geography, I would say since it is a straight shot, you do have to cross over some different terrain, but it's probably like a full day's worth of driving.
All right, I got like
Soheliv there, so you got like another.
I got 4 of these things to do.
30-ish hours.
All right.
If you want to do some of those mod rolls, yeah.
Yeah, I got like 4. I want to mod out the things I just got, so
Oh shit.
it's like so helmet. So that's the.
Oh shoot, I should have bought parts for the fucking Neurocharm. Actually, I still got fucking time. Hang on.
Hey, no, listen, if you still want to do more stuff.
Let me just double check the fucking.
Yeah, I
don't
only
know,
just posed my question just so like next session we could have a rolling start into like ice adventures.
No, I kind of figured that where it was going. It's just that like I want to
Yeah.
double check with everybody about what they're doing. With what.
Like I said, let me try one more for this Neurocharm, because again, Lucky's not trying to be a fucking brat, but I like to carry as little as possible, or
I
at least
will
having as
save my roll
as
on my
light as
modding
possible.
after that. I'll save the modding after you're done with that then.
Yeah, just
Okay.
figure out your math and then.
Yeah, just figure out your math.
Great
This ain't gonna
rolls.
take me too long. I got a roll for getting a thing.
Already bought the part.
It's-
We're good there.
Don't worry, actually do your math. I'm just gonna be sitting over here with puns and gifts
You always do that.
BV for
because I'm not doing anything.
Actually, I might want
Boots definitely needs his own logistics hobby.
You should be making like medicines or something.
We should like.
How many advantages is it to get a free copy of an item?
Like 3 or 4. Depends.
I'm asking Omega.
Well, in the context of what?
I'm trying to get a Neurocharm, which is usually 1,200 credits, so rarity 7. That means it's 2,400, rarity 9. But with my 2 light side points there, I can put myself to
Oh
advantage
yeah,
3.
3 advantage.
3?
So you're looking about getting duplicates of your materials?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, with 3 advantage, yes. If you do that, yeah, you can do that.
Then
Sorry, I had to. It took me a second for my brain to figure out what context we're doing.
Sorry, I was trying to do it super quick. So that's another 2,060 out of my pocket. And then let me see here. Minus. And this is alchemy, so I can't actually use my sweet new shit.
Yep.
I'm back down to 6K. I spent a lot. And then roll. Yeah. But then brain. Yes. Then success advantage. No, 2 advantage, because I'm powerful. Then Neurocharm is daunting. 1, 2, 3, 4. But -2 for blueprints. Remember that, dumbass.
Yep.
And then
Blueprints on that.
And then 5 force points. God damn it. Alright, so this is getting yeeted. For reasons.
If you want to, you can use my recycling station.
No, it's fine.
Okay.
Well, here's the thing. This isn't a failed check.
Yeah.
This is just a product has been produced that Aramaa probably doesn't want. Okay, I'll have to
Fair
think
enough.
about this. Hold on, I gotta get out the chart.
Yeah,
Think of my
no.
brain. Sorry. I may have been side reading my thing since apparently it was so your money situation for some characters is actually getting a thing. I'm like, oh, okay, hold on, let's figure this out. I was also going to say that maybe we should get boots into cybernetics crafting, but then that also just requires mechanics.
Which
So.
just means I guess I could do that. I could start.
No, don't do everything.
I don't need to do everything. Is the
No.
thing. I don't.
Okay, alchemy crafting talismans. Okay, so you got 4 success, so that's total of 6 hours off.
Mhm.
How do you want to spend your advantage in your light pips?
Shoot. I guess invigorating and hidden purpose. That's all I can really fucking do.
Okay.
God
Big breath.
Oh god.
Mm,
damn.
this is very awkward.
Why?
Well, just with the number you've got here. So you've got 5, and it stops at 4. I want to actually, because you guys have really good Destiny economy, I want to give it Twisted Fates, but then I've only got 1 left. So I feel like giving it Cumbersome will make you immediately want to throw it away. Because that was the purpose you're trying to defeat, which is very passive aggressive of me to just slap it on there, knowing that's the one thing you're trying to get rid of, right?
It is like, are you
But
just trying?
I also feel like giving it noticeable is also kind of awkward since you went for hidden purpose.
I mean, you could just go double down on bad feeling and fucking empowered by evil. Here, just take fucking 3 conflict using this.
Super empowered by evil.
No, but I really like Twisted Fates, right?
Oh,
like
true.
I like the Destiny point cost to be like, okay, you've made this thing.
You also could just have it do.
I mean, either way, I have another check. I'm probably gonna do it because the one I have has Mighty on it, which makes it better. That's why I'm willing to deal with it. But
Okay. Well, just for the sake of comparing the two, yeah, we'll go with Twisted Fates and still Cumbersome.
Jesus.
You still have not fixed the weight problem.
And for some reason, it's evil.
I don't think Twisted Fates is really evil. It's just like you feel like you're playing with forces beyond your ken here.
I'm just gonna put this down and go make another one real quick.
Just go try
You stare at the mask plate you've made again, and it's very like. This one's way more like esoteric and abstract looking than your last one. You're just like, ugh.
I might just use this out the window and fucking in like 30 years, someone might find it fucking again. What? You want to help me?
Sure.
All right, I will take your assistance.
Take that boost.
I will take another fucking boost here. Jesus.
It's also a discipline check, so it might be trained.
No, I'm pretty. I got 3/3 and willpower discipline.
Oh, right.
So,
Right.
yeah.
Fair enough.
Let's try this again. Still not exactly what I want. No.
How long does it take to make this? Is it?
Jesus.
I think it's like 10 hours base.
Yeah,
It's the
no.
teleport, right?
It's like so yeah.
No, Neural Charm's 6 hours base. Okay,
Oh, no,
it's
it's
really
6 hours.
it's
You
really
fit-
expensive and rare to make, but it's not time consuming. So you already took like 1 hour to do the first one.
Yeah, I take 1 hour to do this one, but guess what? I have gone with more dark side than light and no advantage. Again. Oh.
Well, now you got 2 advantage.
Well, I mean, yeah, 2 advantage, but
You definitely. Should I make like a device or something, or maybe give a character? You got what you guys really need is you need the what's it called?
It's like-
The
it's like
creative
the craft-
design focus or something.
Mhm.
There's literally a talent that lets you. I think you have to take strain to do it, but it lets you swap successes for advantage when crafting after you've succeeded on the roll.
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind a homebrew device. Or
Yeah,
just something like, I don't know, maybe a fucking blueprint temple where you swap success for advantage or something as you.
I could definitely figure out some kind of something that works with that. So, I will think about that because we got a week coming up. Okay, so you've got 2 advantage, 2 light, and technically, I believe you can combine those if you need them. So, but mighty would require 5. Yeah, I see. Okay.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like I kept banking on big light numbers, but apparently I used them all up.
I mean, let's see. You got 4 dark again.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's funny. Let's do Twisted Fates again.
That is kind of funny. Well, actually, you know what? Fuck.
You got a total of 4 positive feelings, so you could go 2 and 2.
2 and 2.
I'm wearing that. Doesn't matter.
I mean, 2 of those you could just spend on careful measuring. You could get 50% of your cost back.
Yeah, well, shoot, if I used careful measuring on the last one, I would have enough for another one. Damn it.
So, technically, so blueprint doesn't say you can only pick it once, and it goes to a minimum of simple. You've got 4 total positive stuff.
I'm just doing that, Jesus.
You could just get another blueprint.
I'm going to get this
Learn
eventually.
This thing real good.
Yeah, it's how I did the grenades. I just got that down to simple.
Yeah, I'll just do that. I'm sorry.
Yes, in another campaign, we had characters get so good at building grenades they did it to a simple, which it really is not that complex. Yeah, so yeah, no, just stack that on there. Now that's an easy for you. You've got 3x blueprints.
Like you mastered this somehow, maybe.
I mean, it's all through repetition. Most of
Yeah.
Arama's products are functional, which, considering this is all esoteric alchemy shit, is actually kind of impressive. It's just she can't consistently get them to function the way she wants, which is what I love about the alchemy crafting system. Because of the force dice, it's so swingy, but I love it because it's like it's very
You
weird.
made it, but like it's weird still. You have to
Alright,
take a weird power.
hang on. I should probably actually write down these neural charms with twisted fate in them.
Just like give them to someone as a gift, I guess.
No!
You could sell them as antiquities,
I
but
guess.
somebody
Wear them on, like,
who
a
has
Aramaa
force
Camo.
woo could probably use them.
I'm gonna go
That
down
might
to
be
the
awkward.
fucking service course. Hey, I got some weird shit. What are you giving for me? Actually, I might do that. Twisted Face isn't necessarily bad. It's like, this will put you in tune with fucking paths you will not see. Maybe give you knowledge you should not have. Oh my god, that sounds awesome, actually. Yeah, so I will...
Yeah, no, I'm thinking of
get
like, I'm thinking of like you know, esoteric like Destiny tier shit with Twisted Fates, where like, you know, some anime ass you were altering probabilities to do this kind of a thing.
Yeah.
It lets you. It's like, here, you guys scientists probably want these things. Just don't hurt yourselves. You totally hurt yourselves.
Honestly, I
Don't
probably
you?
will just consign them to the fucking service corps. They could probably use them and maybe won't end or study them. Or it's like, Aramaa, what did you do? I'm like, I'm not entirely sure. There was the force. I hit things with a hammer. The otter was there. I don't entirely remember. Bye, I'm going to the ice caps.
Bye.
Yeah, so I'm just going to yeet these and I still have to wear this heavy ass fucking headband. Eye band. Face
Something.
collar.
For the moment, anyway.
Yeah.
Eye for detail. Yeah. Okay.
And I'll leave them to draw the fire that's empowered by evil too, because that still bugs me. Here, study this. I don't know how I made it. Here, just take it. Just take it. Get
I just made it in a blind haze.
They're just like, Aramaa, stop making weird stuff. I'm like, but it's fun.
I'm trying to perfect something here. Okay.
All right, but actually, do you know what I'm throwing in that fucking last space in the fucking and the speeders? I'm throwing this trenching tool I have.
Fair enough. That might actually, you might need a shovel.
We might need a shovel.
Shovels are good.
Oh,
If you have to power down your speeders in a blizzard and they get frozen in place, you might want an ice pick.
Yeah.
Oh, I already had a plastin. I just realized. Oh fuck it, I'll refund us like what, like how much was it? It's from the group funds anyway. I'll find it. We only have to buy
And
it.
I will figure out. I will look towards maybe figuring out a price point homebrew for basically because there's no fucking way any of the characters here will buy into, as Marth has pointed out, engineer shipwright or the two technician trees, cybernetic tech and droid tech, which give it. That is absolutely not happening
I
for
have
any
all
of these
4 of my
characters.
specs. I don't think I'm gonna get any more.
Yeah, no, you're already at 4. I don't even know. Like, maybe Gunslinger, but not even really.
I'm not even going for 5 because I'm gonna max out the rest of these trees and go for skills now.
That's pretty good. Like,
I'm working towards
there's some-
getting.
there are some trees that would probably be fun for you, but there's not a lot that make logistical sense, right?
I
They
would
don't
take like
necessarily
10,
fit
like
your
10 more
character build.
games. That'd take like a bunch more games, and I think we're reaching an end point where I think this is probably where I'm good at.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, don't say that for sure because you never know when you'll get more XP.
Fair.
No, I've definitely reached a point where I'm not starving to feed you guys HP
Yeah.
Plus 480.
or XP. But yeah, like I said, I will. As we have established, Omega is not above writing new homebrew stuff to get around weirdness in the rules.
If Camo just needs to like be, if Aramaa just has an idea for something and then Camo and her basically make some weird thing that like, if you make something fast enough, it like does micromanages it to you, where you can actually like turn how fast you make it into actual like detail.
Well, honestly, what it seems like what you should necessarily do is if you basically take your time, because that's literally what you're doing. For every success that you give up into advantage, you're basically literally telling yourself, I'm going to take 2 extra hours to make sure I get this.
Yeah,
It can
that is
almost be like
definitely
a,
that is,
a-
and I feel like as a talent, obviously that makes sense, right? Like
Yeah.
you spend experience, you get training, you can be like, no, I'm going to. It's called eye for detail. You literally spend extra time focusing on the details.
so like maybe like a development scanner, or like a I guess like a
Yeah,
a creation
I'll think about the fluff and figure out like a fair price point. Because believe it or not, I mean, because there are like mods and tech and cybernetic implants that give you free skills and talents. There's actually price points on this kind of stuff. But this is absolutely a thing I can substitute with tech because
You okay if I just start rolling for my mods?
Go for it.
yeah, you need to roll for
I'm
mod
done.
really
I'm
quick.
done.
Let's just
I'm
get
done.
on it.
Alright,
I'm just
I was
yelling
just-
about advantages of success.
Nope, you needed an exclamation in there,
Yeah.
Chief.
All right. Gonna copy that.
All right, then let me write down.
But
Yeah.
see, don't need that open anymore. I'm actually going to close my document on the intro for now because we're not actually going to get into it.
We're okay there.
Like I
I'm
did
gonna
my
use that
reading.
too to, I'm probably gonna use that too to add a boost because now I'm gonna start the next one. So that was the in-helmet scanner. Now for the support system.
And what mod for in-helmet scanner?
It's the only one, which was like I have it here. It's the skill mod perception.
Okay, so you get +1 perception.
I'm gonna mark that all down a bit. So I'm just gonna add 2 boost because I'm using that 2 advantage to add that.
Sure.
Mark down. I bought all of the mod price in advance. I marked it down on the list earlier.
And yes, the cyclic crystal array will be a big. You got to.
I'm a dumbass still.
You got to remember to put your exclamation point. No, it's okay.
I copied the wrong thing.
Also, yeah, no, Marth. The cyclic crystal array is absolutely going to be really, really hard to find on this planet. It's
Oh,
it's the
damn,
reason-
okay.
Oh, geez, okay, it's a lot of
I-
advantage.
Yeah, it's rare 8 everywhere else. That's tough to find already. So yeah.
Could I spend let's see, could I spend 4 of that advantage just to reduce the difficulty by 2?
Is that balanced? That might be. Hold on, let me
Because
look
I
at
probably
some...
the other probably the other 4 are just boost, which means it maxes it out. So
You were aiming for
because I'm about to do a
stepping down the difficulty.
Yeah. like how crafting rules usually it's like 2 advantage to do by 1.
Yeah, no, I think that's fair for mods. You can do that with 4.
Yeah,
Are
because
you gonna turn the next 3 into on this one?
yeah, the next one's gonna be it's gonna be 2 because I'll do by 2 it'll be 4, so it'll be 2 and I'll have like 4 full boost. I think I'm just gonna do the same thing I did earlier. Let's see. It's now formidable,
Right.
and just means it's gonna be 5.
I mean, you could spend that twice because that's not reduce the difficulty is not repeatable. You could spend 8 advantage to make that -2 difficulty. Still have what, like 3 left over?
Don't you mean 4? Because it's 2 per.
Oh, you went 2 for 2. Okay, yeah, no, it's fine.
You'd be 2 for 1,
I
yeah.
can do
So
math. You're doing you got a shitload of.
yeah, so it'd be then takes it down by 4, which is 1. I technically could just make it simple, but I don't think I can. So it's down to 1.
Yes.
Oh, right here. There it goes.
All right.
Color amp. It's E0.
Can I reduce it to simple, or would it still have to like have some difficulty?
Actually, good question. I
Because I have an advantage just to reduce it to simple.
for crafting reducing the difficulty of your next crafting check doesn't have a limit, right?
On all the charts, usually it does not.
No, I think you can spend another advantage. You can technically make it simple.
All right, then I'll just
I
do
think
that.
that's fair. Like you're rolling a shitload of advantage that literally goes nowhere.
And I
Otherwise.
already have a base a success and advantage. So I don't even need to roll in.
3. Color amp.
Ah!
Wait, what?
Yeah, if this is your last mod, technically you would
Yeah.
always succeed no matter what with at least 1 success if you don't actually care about your advantages.
No, I don't because it's not going anywhere else because
Yeah, if
it's
that's your
locked.
last
Well,
one, then
well,
yeah,
no,
sure, you
like
can stop.
don't the dice still have blank faces though?
Yeah, but my tool gives me a base.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, he's got tools for this, so he will, no matter what happens, he will always have a success and advantage minimum. So yeah, if
That makes sense.
again, for the sake of time, if it doesn't matter, he can just go through
Yeah,
that. Okay.
Cool. Then I'm just gonna. That gives me like 3 other skill mods. So
Oh, I think I have the space to carry Nyla's lightsaber again, and I think I will.
Okay.
just to show, this is the this is what the system does. So basically, I get the coordination, resilience, and athletics.
This is on the
Physiological
physiological support system.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you installed each of the skill mods.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Mhm.
So yes, you have +1 athletics, +1 coordination, and +1 resilience to your skill when you are wearing this
Yeah.
armor.
And then I also get the boost to these
Yeah,
things
and
anyway.
you
So like,
yes, and the strain reduction.
I'm gonna do that math in a bit. So that's out of the way. Just gonna mark down all of those parts because that's about 700 mods.
And you're throwing that on your new Pathfinder
Yes.
armor, your Trailblazer.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. Pretty good. That's a good set.
Hmm.
I think if Boots had any friggin' hard points, we'd probably hook him up with that.
Honestly, yeah.
Actually, that's a good question. Boots, not in your armor right now, but in general, what do you have? What do you use hard points on in your armor?
Hard points? Not much.
We could
Okay.
get him another one of these, I guess.
Why?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Loth is the weirdest player I have ever had, not player character, where he feels no desire to fill
Be
all
equipped.
available character slots on his character with something.
I've played too
Other
many
than like
RPGs
just carrying
kid.
2 guns.
Honestly, the more I think about it, Boots, like, Loth, you don't care about stuff at all. Like, I've had to fix your character sheets. I have to yell at you to get things.
I yell at you about not having enough capacity sometimes because I literally have to
Yeah,
find
like
everything.
literally, it seems like what you're carrying is like literally like something that doesn't matters to you. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's just one of your. I think that's just.
It's just kind of odd considering this game has gear bloat.
Well, this game is absolutely gear bloated for other reasons,
Yeah.
but and I mean that's like you said, it's not necessarily a bad thing that like Loth cares not at all about what he's actually carrying, other than a couple of
My main
interesting
reason
things.
is because we spent so much time just on gear shenanigans. I'm like, nah, not dealing with this.
Well,
Oh, okay.
okay. Well, way to slap us, my dude.
It's kind of defeatist, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he says.
Man, he's
Yeah.
like, okay, yeah. My opinion of Loth has just gone down.
That's
My
fine.
opinion has always been ambiguous.
My opinion has not changed.
I've got no strong
just
feelings
thinking
one
of
way or the other.
I'm just thinking of the it's one of the lines from DBZ Abridged where I think it's Krillin's talking about Android 18, and then they go in order. One of them says like, "I don't believe you. I can't believe you. I don't care." We just did that just now.
Yeah, we did.
Okay.
Let's see here.
But no, if now that you guys actually have monies, the fact that the physiological support system is cheaper for clones, if Boots is literally not using
2 hard
not
points.
using his hard points for anything, and
Why
he's got
not?
2 of them.
Wait, hold on. That's
What?
right. Normally in the, I forgot we did get the bio support dispenser for the CT.
Oh
phase
yes, you're
2
wearing that. Yes.
I can probably just move that over to
Yeah, you can just
the
move it. to the other one.
cold assault armor.
Yeah, you without mods, you can pop that out. When you're not adding mods, you can pop out things in and out pretty easy. That's 2
Yeah.
HP, so you can swap that. So that gives you plus
Oh,
extra
God,
strain
let's see
threshold.
Yeah, and also move over the glow rod.
Oh wait, plastic.
Which
He
is
slaps
like
on his,
0.
his
Yeah.
flashlight.
Sorry guys, I don't normally worry about like all the extra shenanigans because I'm like, what I've got works, and if I don't have it, then I just roll or deal with it.
I'm a person with like.
I mean,
cool
that's
stuff. I like to
that's
use
fair.
cool
There are
That's a
there
fair
are certain
example.
items where it's like if you don't have the thing, you can't roll.
Yeah.
But I believe the
Yeah.
only thing you usually care about is medic stuff, and you have your med kit.
I mean, make sure you carry the patches and the
do
stuff.
I have the fuck? I think I've been doing math.
Not that he really needs those either, but that's just Okay.
They're,
anyway,
they're useful.
yeah.
Math
So
is
is that all your mod rolling, X?
Yeah, I
Just
just need
clarify.
I just did the internal math right now.
Okay. So I think we can, because we've been going for now like
Yeah.
3 hours 20 minutes.
Tenor?
Not all of that was shopping.
Okay.
There was quite a lot of rolling involved. We
Just a lot
can
of
wrap up
talking.
basically.
Mhm.
This is a transition session
Okay.
anyway.
Speed stuff.
Well, we managed to roll outro from one plot arc into intro of another, and it worked pretty smoothly.
Yeah.
2 for that, and then 1 for that.
But okay, so hey, no shocker, I'm only gonna get 5 XP.
Yeah.
All right.
You did complete an objective you wanted to pretty soundfully, even though most of that was Aramaa's leg working. You guys could have helped, could have contributed, but
I assume duty already was. I don't think we get to like the whole like other side arcs things. So
That was
yeah, we already did a duty reset because of the military op, right?
Yeah.
I don't think
think
I
the
get
only-
my notification. I think maybe Loth and Lucky do.
I don't think Aramaa actually did anything for people counting on her.
Nope.
I don't know though. I mean, Aramaa has civilian outreach as her duty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it does. I feel like I'm maybe.
I think a 5 duty bump there is appropriate.
Yeah.
That is another thing, by the way. I'm thinking about all the little things we do to edit this system. I think in some cases the duty is like in multiples of like 1 or 3, and I'm just like, nah.
Like
Nah,
not gonna
bruh.
get anywhere. It's like only for giving it like every session.
Yeah, maybe if you went up every session, do it in like 3s, but I'm like, no, round numbers 5s.
Doesn't
Fives
that
and
work
zeros.
only if you're doing like a thing where you're like a breach team or like an assault team kind of thing where you're doing it.
Yeah, I mean, there are definitely, if we were literally only Age of Rebellion stuff and every session was like, your duty
Yeah.
comes up, your duty comes up, your duty comes up, like, maybe,
Yeah.
but still, it's
Yeah.
there's a
We're doing-
lot of wiggle room in this game, which is intentional that you just have to go with, like, nah, we'll work it out. So, yeah, now you
Yeah.
got 10 duty, the duty number
Yeah.
goes up.
It's open
Yeah.
and a fun one.
Yeah.
I
would've
said,
I know. Yeah.
I will argue for Loth because he got basically leverage of being like help a brother out.
Yeah. I, would,
I mean, that is true. He wanted to go do something, and then then God came along and was like, "Hey." But the thing is that I don't think Boots actually needs extra experience.
yeah.
I
No,
know,
I'm good.
Like,
Yeah, he's not gonna use it.
Not right now, anyway.
yeah, I know in terms of like obligation, I thought about obligation for my character at one point, but it's like, wait, she wouldn't be able to do anything about it.
Yeah.
6.
Because she has her own thing about like, my sister's gone.
Alright, let's see. Let's add that perception.
10 fire paste, and
Anyway, I'll like I said, I'll work on the gear thing off mic. We got all our
Okay.
stuff done. We got again. Okay, so I think we're gonna wrap up. Thanks so much for tuning in, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
I hope you enjoy those bonus. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Bye.
Have a good year.
Next year.